Oh, 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 right. Oh. Oh, right. Oh, right. Oh, right. So right. Oh, right. Oh, right. Got that fire.
Belonged to an elite class called Mazoku, basically the supernatural royalty among the powerful demons living in the demon world. He was one of the three kings of the demon world. It happened to be.
Well, this nigga be rapping about some weird shit.
When I run up on you with the strap, the wallet, the shoes, the keys, the wallet. If you don't know my house, get you up with the key, the shotty, the halo, the drink, the glove. We don't hop up in the middle of the one track. These cats, the phones, the
Some niggas should just not have a microphone.
Super Sentai forms that never made it into the adapted Power Rangers series. First is Cho Abare Max, a powerful upgraded state for Abba Red. This form combines the strength of the other four Rangers with his own, resulting in a bold and visually striking design. Unfortunately, it never.
Hello.
Next is Cho.
Huh? You said?
I said hello.
Hello. Hey there.
Fine, how you doing?
How are you? Ain't shit. I had to leave work early today. I just was tired. That was Malik. What's up, Malik?
Hey,
I hit you
Malik.
up in your inbox. I inboxed you like I think last week to let you know that I was back. I got your message. Oh shit, there we go, right there. I got your
Mr.
message.
Switchy.
I'm ready for you now. Look at this. What shit? I'll drop the link. I'll drop the link if you want to come on up.
So if y'all doing the interview now, I'm gonna fall back and go in the bushes.
Okay. If you want. I mean,
This is your interview, bro, not mine.
Yeah,
you know I leave you up here to do these. If you need me, call me.
Okay.
Alrighty.
So I'll drop the link for you, buddy. Shit. Let me. You know I'm blind. Hold on. Let me. There we go. No, I mean, look at the dates. Okay. I was going to say, I'll drop the link for you if you want, Drop the link, All right. Well, I'm going to inbox you some dates if you're not ready. Let me take that out the chat. If you're not ready, I'm going to inbox you some dates. I'll inbox you some dates where you can. I'm free all week. Yeah, honest with you, we can do it tomorrow. I ain't doing that tomorrow. I didn't have nothing planned for my show. No, you wasn't stopping anything. To be honest with you, this was just like a off the bat random show. Like I said, if you want to come up, I dropped that link. Ooh, I can't wait for that. With Tasha K, that's gonna be amazing. That's gonna be amazing. Oh man. Did you see what Tasha K said about him last time when she pulled out the tax returns? I was like, ooh, Tasha K get the ripping on you. It's over. And then I seen some white folks. All right. Just let me know when you want me to put the link back in the chat. Just let me know when you want me to put the link back in the chat. But I seen some white folks doing an interview on Umar. I mean, doing stuff on Umar, and I was like, oh, yeah, it's over. If white folks get the it's one thing for us smaller black channels, but when some white folks get the ripping on you, yeah, it's over. The white folks get the hey, what we got going over here? Uh-huh. When the white folks get the and what are those guys doing over there? Hey, I'm calling the cops. You better calm that down. It's over. It's over. Ain't no more after that. Did you hear they pulled Jimmy Kimmel off the air for his Charlie Kirk remarks? What? What did he say? Hold on, we about to find out. We about to find out. We are about to find out. Oh, I don't want to play ABC. They might copyright. Let me see.
We have breaking news. ABC has just announced here that they will be preempting the very well-known show Jimmy Kimmel Live indefinitely. That's confirmed by ABC, and it comes at a very tense time with many of the issues we've been covering tonight. There was a backlash on the right because Jimmy Kimmel, after the Charlie Kirk shooting, made the statement that he viewed, quote, new lows with the MAGA gang desperately trying to characterize this kid who murdered Charlie Kirk as anything other than one of them, and with everything they can to score political points from it. And
the link is in the chat.
I just read part of what Jimmy Kimmel had said, which includes what sounds like an inaccurate reference to the shooter. We've followed, of course, that case closely on this broadcast. Andrew Weissman, DOJ and FBI veteran, is here with me. And I kind of want to start with saying this is a pretty big piece of news when you look at the backlash or punishment of speech, something we've been covering. Right. Also, I would say in a news broadcast, if that were on ABC, you would be probably expected to issue corrections or deal with any material that deliberately or not, over time became inaccurate, right? I don't actually have the exact date of that statement. I just wanted to let viewers know that.
That's where it's exactly the conversation we were just having with Katie. The government needs to be really...
Oh, whoa, whoa, got our special guest. So we're going to have to kick that off.
Brother Remy.
Bring him up. It's been a long time overdue. What's up, man?
Brother Remy, one of my new favorite people, one of my new nephews. How you doing, brother?
Hey, now I'm just chilling, huh? Just chilling.
Man, thanks for having me, man. I just been busy, brother, between these shows. I did a
I
little
know.
traveling, and but I got your message, man. I think the same day you left it, but I've been so busy I haven't even been able to respond. But of course, like I told you, I got you on notification. So as soon as you popped up, I said, let me go ahead on and leave you the message instead of hitting your inbox. So I'm here, man, including just last night. I was on the show with Rico Cortez Dukes. Huey Newton's on the show. Yeah. You saw that?
Yeah, I watched it. I've been watching everything you've been doing lately.
Oh, okay. So, yeah, man. So just charge it to my head, not to my heart. And thank you, man, for the work that you do. I'm sorry that you got suspended for a minute, but I know you're well aware. You're a veteran. You've been doing this long enough to know, man. You know, we got a lot of We on Locks and spies and goonies that go back and report and tell Umar everything that we do, man. But the pressure is on. I heard somebody write a comment that is over. Yeah, man, we can talk about the Panthers, but let's just get Umar out the way, man. Umar is done, brothers and sisters. Umar is done. It's not, and you know, I said this when I was on your other show, man, a month ago. It's not, when you're dealing with the feds, it's never about when. They move at their own pace. It's never about if. It's only about when. They don't come when you want to. They're going to come when they're ready, because I'm going to educate the people again, because when they come see you, every I is dotted, every T is crossed. All the records have been traced because, you know, his dumbass did everything digitally. Oh, I forgot I got my earpiece on. I don't even know how you hearing me.
No, I hear you great.
Oh, it must not be all the way in because I thought I had it plugged in.
I hear you great.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me, Remy?
Yeah.
Okay, because I need my hands, man. You know these phones of mine. I got 3 phones, man. They're always going. So, as far as Umar, man, it's over with. And I found out through my general of the street law soldiers that Remy, he's well aware of who I am, but of course he don't want no smoke. He don't want no smoke. I mean, I'm not being egotistical. This was just brought to my attention. You know, you can't go on 20-something shows on YouTube like I've been and people not know who you are. And so Umar is no different, but he don't want no smoke, man, because I'm not arguing, I'm not fussing, I'm not debating. I'm going to drop facts and you take with it and do whatever with it you want. And that goes for the Umarians that may be screening your channels right now. It's over, brother. It's over. And if you notice, Brother Remy, you haven't even seen him standing in front of the school lately. That's how bad the pressure is on him, man. If you also notice, he's been doing more posting than he's been doing actual talking. So that should tell the people exactly what those, not me, because I don't want to take credit for all of this. You guys was doing this, and I just happened to come along to provide my areas of expertise. But it just shows the people that the work that guys like you are doing is paying off, because you can see the difference in Umar. And matter of fact, I just posted the video about how he defended our brother, the white boy. I'm not gonna say his name, and I just want the people to know that that's a move for the feds, man. I hope to, maybe back off of him a little bit. But like I said in the also in the video when I posted it on my page, the feds don't care about none of that, man. The feds want their money, brother. See, the feds want their money. They don't care nothing about your political view, your skin color. They don't care how you treat your own people, because if it was a white boy, Umar would have been under the jail a long time ago. At the end of the day, they want his ass, and they only want his ass because they want their money. So Black people, it's over. Take the loss. We all have taken loss in different ways of life. We all have had hopes and dreams. But, if you donated, I just didn't because of my experience. I mean, I'm from the hood with all due respect. And, who some of my leaders are. So they taught me well. I could see a Umar coming 3 blocks away with blurred vision. So he never got me in 15 years because I just know better. I
Neither.
just know,
I
coming
just
up
knew
in the
something
show.
wasn't
You
right.
know what I mean, Brother Remy? Yeah,
I
oh
just
yeah,
knew
yeah, yeah,
something
man. You
wasn't right.
can't. Well, yeah, because how you gonna start a business by not introducing the people to the fact that you have your own money to invest before you start asking them for their money? And if
Right.
you remember, on my show which is the purpose of me doing this shows, I'm just going over my specialty in building and construction, taxes, nonprofit, and then the rights that donors have, not just to Umar, but to any nonprofit. And again, one of the biggest mistakes that we made as a people and continue to make, and probably will continue to make, is that we didn't vet him first as a man, as an individual, even before we got to his so-called nonprofit. You have to vet a man. I mean, when Dr. Khaled reached out to me, Brother Remy, and asked me to be the West Coast Regional Chairman, he knew my work too. But it didn't stop him from calling me and questioning me and sending me through what we call the ringer. You know what I mean? I mean,
Right.
and like you and all the people from the shows, he knew my work. He seen the work. But it didn't stop Dr. Khaled from calling your uncle, man. He called me and we talked. And we talked. Because if you in, you in. If you out, you out. But then some of us straddle the fence. Dr. Khaled need to make sure that I was going to be consistent in being on one side and one side only. I don't straddle fences, man. See,
Right.
so I'm just
Exactly.
giving that example. I'm
I
just giving that
love
example.
Big Muhammad's work. I loved his work. He was one of the first
Yeah,
people that
yeah.
I watched. When I came
And bro,
into my consciousness, I loved him because he stood 10 toes down on everything that he spoke on, and you could see that he lived everything that he talked about. He was one of my
you
favorites.
you took the words right out of my mouth because when I tell you, I mean, I've stood with Farrakhan, I've stood with Dr. Huey, you know, the Panthers. But I'm gonna tell you, man, what I've been telling people on other shows, Dr. Khaled, for exact reason that you said, Dr. Khaled, without question, man, was the baddest, boldest, bravest black man in the 60 years I've been on this planet, traveling across the world, that I've ever stood shoulder to shoulder with, step by
Right.
step. He was exactly what you said, brother. And for those of you that didn't get a chance to really know who he was, or either you want to identify him by those pictures, Khaled was not no joke. Khaled was not any joke. Just like you say, you heard me on the show yesterday talking to his dad wasn't no joke, man. And this is why I try to
Yeah.
tell people, don't come at me with that bull crap thinking you're gonna disrespect me because we're on the computer. I'm from a different breed, man. I'm from a different breed. I'm from walkers. I'm not from talkers. I'm from men of action, not from men of
Yeah.
just words. You know, see, Huey didn't. You heard me say this last night. Huey and the Panthers never went out with this so-called gun training and buy this and buy that. Yet they shot at everybody, including the police. You got all these damn so-called gun clubs and black organizations, and that's what they doing. And people ask me, Brother Remy, well, Malik, why you turn down all these other organizations? Because if I'm gonna walk around in a uniform, I want to walk around in a uniform and help my people. It's all right to have a gun on my hip, but why we still can't go feed the people in the park? Why we still can't go
Right.
feed the people in the homeless shelters? Why we still, if you have enough men and women in these organizations, Brother Remy, and I'm just giving you the platform in the way that I was brought up. Okay, so
Right. Right.
excuse me if I sound ignorant and outdated, but
No. No.
where I'm from, when you have an organization, you take a group of men and women, and you should have enough of them in different shifts because everybody have their personal life. We all got to work or whatever, and you patrol your neighborhood. That's what Huey and them did. They patrolled the neighborhood, north, south, east, and west of all of Oakland. 6 cars deep. They had them long ass radios with them long ass 6 foot. You know what I'm talking about, Brother Remy?
Yeah,
With them long
yeah,
ass 6 foot antennas. They had a
yeah.
police scanner, and they hit the car. And in most cases, 75% of the time, Brother Remy, Huey and the Panthers was already on post before the police or even the ambulance or the fire department showed up on the scene. Why? Because they didn't just wait for things to hit the headline. If you
They
counter
are.
police, Brother Remy, now you tell me, am I right or wrong? If you counter police, you do what they do. You can't allow them to be on the streets freely. And you sitting
Right,
up in the house smoking blunts, but you call yourself a gun club or a pro-black organization fighting for your people. There ain't no fucking days off. You've heard
right,
my story, Remy. I'm 62 years old. I don't have to do nothing. You know what I
right,
mean? I paid my dues, but it's instilled in me. This is what the ancestors appointed me to do, and I'm gonna do it until I take my last breath and the casket
right.
drops. So I just wanted to get that out the way. But basically, man, whatever questions you have, Brother Remy, it's your show, you lead the show, and I'll do the best I can to try to answer them. Okay, but I'm not going back and forth with any one of your ignorant callers. If they want to be ignorant, I'm not doing
Nah,
that. They
I don't
need
do
to
that. I
understand
don't
who
do that.
they need to understand who they dealing with. I'm about boots on the
Yeah,
ground, and I'm very
yeah.
well
I don't do
protected
that over here.
all over this country. You know what I'm saying? So let's just get this out the way. But again,
Right.
in closing, Umar is done. It's not a matter. It's not a matter of if with the feds. It's just a matter of when. Okay,
That was
but
my first question.
if you still donating to him and have your debit card or whatever attached to this with possible embezzlement investigation, that's on you, man. I'm tired of talking to our grown people like they stupid. You know what I mean? Because I try to give our people the benefit of the doubt. You know, if it's not, I done been on 20 shows alone. I done been on 20 shows alone. That's just on YouTube.
Right.
If what I've done, dropping facts on 20 average 2-hour shows, and you still don't get the message, brother Remy, all Uncle can tell you, man, is that you might as well go on and shoot up some amnesia because you want to be asleep. Simple as
Right,
that.
right, right.
So go ahead on, man, with whatever you got, man. This is
But
spontaneous, but I'm ready for you, man. I'm honored to
that
be
was
here.
really
Thank
my
you.
first question because I seen a lot of videos that's been coming out lately that's been saying that they have already contacted Umar and questioned him. And I was
Yeah.
gonna ask you, do you think that has that already happened?
Yeah. Well, if you remember, brother Remy, if you remember, did I not tell the people? Okay, they're gonna watch everything you do, every move you make to the point that is. I'm not. This is not for you to be in the amen corner because this is your show. But I
No,
did spend a
I do
significant amount of
remember.
time on your show, and did I not tell the people that because you were concerned about how they go about moving? I told you. They're gonna let you know they on your ass, and when they ready to come get you, remember I said the FBI play like they like to embarrass you. They will intentionally wait until Umar is at a college somewhere doing a fucking lecture and come get his ass off the stage. Remember I told you
I
that?
can't
This is
wait.
how they get down. They're not going anywhere. And Umar knows it. So again, this goes right back into why you don't see him out in front of the school. There's nothing to talk about. Then when he dropped this little thing supporting this white boy that just got killed, I didn't see the comments from avid donors, man. That was the final straw, you know. So because you can't be a fence straddler and call yourself a revolutionary or a so-called leader of the people, even a so-called leader of the people. You know, like he told us when that stuff went down with his daughter and all of that, pick a side and stay on it. See, that's what you do. You know, you can't be out here playing with these feelings because after a while, the majority that he's been putting to sleep, eventually they're gonna wake up, brother, and that's what they're
Right.
doing. So yeah, he
I
knows
saw.
He knows he's being audited, and he knows as soon as they finish the investigation, they come to get his ass.
Right.
Period.
And I think that's why he don't keep an address. So he doesn't have, but I think they've been watching him long enough to know his movements.
Oh yeah, well, and Remy, don't sell yourself short, man, because I've been following you since we connected, brother. You very much are knowledgeable of what you be talking about. So when you saying that about the address, all that is true. You know, don't let the
Right.
callers or even your followers think that you don't know what you're talking about. You know,
Right.
everything you saying is factual. And again, all the people have to do. We're not talking. I mean, you know, the list is long. You can just go back to his last 4 years of reporting taxes, man, when he had the audacity to put zero income.
Yeah.
Remember, I told you that for 2 of the
I
last
did a
4
live
years, man.
when we found
Come
out.
on, man. Come
I
on,
couldn't
man.
believe it.
See, and this is what, and people ask me, well, Malik, what is wire fraud? Wire fraud is when you're cash apping him, you know, using your debit card. And remember, brother Remy, I was fair to the people. You allowed me to speak and you allowed me to be fair. I said, people, and if you remember, even Lene Stacks, before I started on my tour, did a little video where she said, y'all need to leave this alone. Leave it alone. Don't attach yourself to sending that man money, because I'm going to break it down to the people again. When your debit card and all that is hooked to Umar's Cash App and all that little fadangling shit he be doing in the middle of this investigation that we all know, this is where embezzlement come in at. And even though using you and I as a example of Brother Remy, even though we're just innocent donors, when they start the process of doing the embezzlement part of his investigation, because you got wire fraud, you got embezzlement, you got mail fraud, you got tax evasion. You see what I'm saying? You know, and so when they get to the embezzlement part, innocent brothers like you and me are being investigated just because they see us attached giving this brother a $10 donation. It's unfair, but that's the way it works. And if you remember, I told the people that.
You
See,
definitely did.
and Sister Lene before me, because remember, Sister Lene Stacks is a long time higher up respected employee of the IRS. I don't know if you remember me telling you that. Okay, now since you remember, let's back up so the people can get it. If you play the video back in your mind, Remy, nothing really started happening with Umar the way it is now, if you notice, until Lene Stacks came out. Why? Because Lene Stacks is the one that what we call dropped the dime on his butt. See, you can't go around here mistreating everybody. See, you can't hear. Remember, and I see the look on your face, but if you remember, I got into this a little bit. See, Lene Stacks is the one who dropped. She's a very well respected, long-time employee of the IRS. So Umar was doomed the moment he got on there and started talking under that black woman's dress. She don't need no help. I talk to her every week. She don't need no help, even from what I'm doing. She appreciates it. She respects it because she's found some things out about Umar from my perspective that she didn't know. But do she really need any help with the crimes that he's committed? Absolutely not. So I'm letting the world know. Lene Stacks dropped the dime on his ass, as we say in the game. That's exactly what happened. And all you got to do, and that's why you laugh, because all you got to do is put 2 and 2 together, and you will see, out of all the women Umar didn't have a problem with, even the stripper, he never had this magnitude of problem, because it's not because of the kind of woman that she is, it's the kind of work that she do. And when that woman told y'all she seen that FBI file in Umar's mama's house, people don't believe her, and people still don't believe it. Okay? Umar is a fence straddler. And the only reason why he has gotten away with as long as he's gotten away with, because the feds are also going to use him in whichever way they can before they send his ass to the penitentiary.
That was another question I wanted to ask. What do you think that FBI file was about? Like, why would he have an FBI file?
Well, the feds are you. You got to remember how it works. This is what makes people like Umar so damaging because we always want to look at the obvious of what, say, for instance, white supremacy, white privilege, and what racism stand for. We know these three things, Remy. Those are given. The country was built on that long before you and I and even our parents existed. The problem that black people overwhelmingly don't understand is that what makes a person look like you more dangerous than the white man is because of what? One word. They have access to you. Does it not make sense, Remy?
That makes a
A
whole
white
lot.
man don't have to go blackface to blend in. You send in a op like somebody that looks like you. You Remy,
Right.
brother, they done made movies about this stuff. Even though it was a movie, a lot of movies and books are built on what? Life experiences. You sent somebody in that looked like you. All the dope dealers I know from around the country, including in West Oakland, where I'm from, how did they get busted, Remy? From sending in a crackhead that looks like you. Tell me I
Right.
don't know what I'm talking about and I'll be quiet.
No,
Not
no,
brain
no.
surgery. Why? Because of the word access.
Right.
Access. Just like I told you why Umar didn't take that money on camera from that white couple that lived down the street from the school. White folks gonna hold your black ass accountable. White folks gonna call the
Right.
police. White folks gonna pick up the phone and call the feds and put pressure on their ass because we gave this brother $2,000. I'm just using that as an example, like I did on your law. Yet here it is, 6 months later, he's still standing out in front of the school, still begging, and we don't see no improvement. See,
Nothing.
nothing. See,
Nothing.
and this is why on my post today, when I posted today, I said, black people that continue to fall for the okie dokes of the fork tongue, slick talking cons like Umar, we are going to continue what we deserve. Malik, why do you use the word deserve? Because you know this, Remy, even from your show. It doesn't matter how much evidence you can give some black people.
They
They
won't
just
listen.
they just bought in. They just in,
Yeah.
and you can
I learned
still
that
see it.
about a year ago.
Not as much as you used to, but you can still see it, Remy, even in his comment section from certain people. Not nearly as much, but you get my point, and I know the listening audience get my point. Some people
Right.
they just all in. They don't want to accept. It was a great idea. It was a great
Great
idea.
idea. I
But
thought
it
it
was the
was a great
wrong
idea too.
it was the wrong person to carry the idea through because let's go back again. How you going to come and ask people for money of donations to build something?
Right.
It ain't like they're going to get a pink slip or the deed, but you don't not one time still to this day show any of your own money being investigated. See, we as black people don't understand the importance of that. When you go
And
to the
Tasha,
bank for a loan, don't you have to have collateral?
that's a
See,
fact. And
when I bought my house,
his earnings, and he made 700,000 off of him speaking and doing engagements. He made 700,000 off of his own money, and I kept
okay,
asking, what did he put up towards it?
that's what now ask the listening audience how much money even and you know what's so bad about it, brother Remy, even if he was lying, if you notice, he didn't even have sense enough to lie and tell the people he's investing some of his own money. You see what I'm saying?
Never heard him.
Didn't even lie about it. People
Never
ask me,
heard him.
and I was just like when I was on the Information Man show. I'm sure you're familiar with him. He said, well, I blew the show up when I told the people, y'all always talking about Umar. Go get a job. Go get a job. Well, think about this, brothers and sisters. Of course, you, brother Remy. Why does Umar need a job and his hustle has been working for 15 years?
That's a
Why does
fact.
Umar need to get a job and we give him 4 and 5 and 700, 800, 900 chances? Even with all of this that's going on, people still sending Umar Johnson money. Why does he need a job?
I
Right.
got something to add real quick.
Go
Oh, I
Any
ahead.
didn't know
estimate
nobody else
they
was on the
give,
phone. Hello, sister.
Oh,
What's your name?
that's Trip C's. That's Trip C's.
hey brother
Okay, I
Malik,
did
how
see
you
her
doing
name on the
today?
screen. I'm doing fine, sister. Go right ahead. What's your
Okay,
question?
so any estimate they give is gonna be off by like 5 to 10% because Umar also takes cash at these debates, cash at
Absolutely.
these lectures, cash in his
Absolutely.
PO box.
Yes,
Plus,
absolutely.
when
Absolutely.
he gets these quote unquote speaking engagements,
Yep.
somebody's paying for his gas, somebody's
Yep.
paying for his room, somebody's
Right.
paying for his food. Hey, knee
Right.
slap. Hey, everybody.
Right. Absolutely. And I'm glad you pointed that out, sister. That tells me how sharp that you are because that's
Oh, I've been on
absolutely.
Umar like white on rice since like
You've
2010,
been on it for a while.
Oh,
2012.
so I'm talking to somebody that knows. So that
Oh
means,
yeah, yeah. This is
uh,
this
uh,
is my mentor. This is my mentor.
is that the same sister that was on the show the last time?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, yeah,
Okay. Thank you.
yeah,
I
yeah.
got it now. Okay, so you understand when I tell people on these shows that from 2009 till he got his first nonprofit affiliate 2019, you understand when I tell the people, and it's hard for them to
Hmm.
believe, that's 10 years of unreported income.
Yes, and
Not
he was
just
passing the collection plate
Right,
around the church that he was
exactly.
getting.
right.
Exactly. And I know it keeps blowing you away, brother Remy, even though you've heard it before. But I understand it
Yeah,
blowing you away because this is
yeah.
what we have allowed to happen to us as a people. I'm not going to continue to keep it on Umar. This is what we have allowed to happen to. Oh, not one person in Delaware has walked up and asked Umar, "Can you open your books, brother, so I can give you a donation?" It's right there, public information.
Right.
Non-profit information is public. All of
Hmm.
that shit
Mhm.
he did on Lord Jamar, I'm only talking to my donors. If he was on the job, he'd get fired, brother Remy,
Yes,
even for saying that. Tell me I'm lying, sister.
you're not lying.
Okay?
I've been saying it.
And I've been
Anybody
quoting
has
you
the
on that.
right. Anybody has the right to walk up to Umar right now in front of those buildings and say, brother, you got 3 days to show me your books because I want to give a donation and I have a right to look at the history of your nonprofit organization. Brother Umar, why are you the only board member sitting on your board? Are you aware that that's a violation? See, these are the things that the Shamalad, the God, don't ask him that they know that they should. Okay?
I've been
And the
quoting you on
ones
that
that
too.
do get fobbed off, he told when they asked for
Exactly.
them books, he told them that
Ex-
wasn't none of their business.
Well, see, that's where we have to stop being lazy and be determined. You pick up the damn phone and you call the nonprofit folks and you file a complaint. They're gonna send you the form and they're gonna tell you how to download it. You fill it out.
Hmm.
See, and then you continue. See, we're not persistent because we live in a microwave society for like the last 20 years. We want everything quick. So if you don't get quick results, you don't think it's worth continuing to do the work. I, the purpose, again, brother, brother Remy, the purpose of me on these shows is to specifically talk about the
Right.
violations of Umar Johnson as well as the rights that donors have so they can see the mistakes that we made as a people that we did not have to make. And your assistant, this sister here, this beautiful sister here, since she knows all the way from 2010, she knows everything that I'm saying is valid.
Yep.
See,
Right.
you have
And
to vet Umar. You have to
I
vet
got
Umar as a man even before you get to the nonprofit. Go right ahead, brother.
a good question that's been up from the chat. It says, with keeping a militant mindset, how do you adopt and apply new concepts?
Adapt and apply.
Yeah,
Adapt and
the
apply new
reason,
concepts.
a very good question. Let me tell you what someone asked me on what's your name show the other day. The reason why, brother, even though I'm a 2-term registered lobbyist under 3 governors, I got out of politics because Huey and the Panthers, my parents, Dr. Collins, Minister Farrakhan, taught me. See, we put so much time and energy into government and what others are doing instead of having the mind concept that the world is not designed to make you comfortable, or what is it saying? The world doesn't revolve around you. So number
Right.
one, brother, does that make sense to you, brother Remy? That's
Makes
number
sense.
one. And so number two, to answer that question, you adapt to the ways of society. It has never made a difference, brother Remy and sister. It has never made a difference. It has never made a difference who has been in office for any particular party. You know why, brother Remy? You know why, beautiful sister? Because I don't depend on the government and the world to provide for me. I don't have the you owe me mentality. I don't have the mentality that I want you to do an executive order or a law or whatever for me. Do what you gonna do. I'm not wasting no time like I see black people doing all up and down my news feed, worried about everything Donald Trump does every day. Oh, brother Remy, he got on green drawers today. He got on a purple tie today. He didn't iron his shirt today. Why are you worried about that? You can't do anything about it anyway because the election has spoken. So what do you do in closing to answer that question? Everything Donald Trump and politicians do, every time the world changes, I change with it. And I can verify that. I bought my home 4 years ago, remodeled it, all the skills, all the trades. Nobody in my family is oppressed. Nobody in my family is none of that because we were taught to adapt to the ways of the world. That's how you survive, and that's how you keep your militant concept. See,
I'm gonna drop
because
back down in the bushes. If
That
call
you
me
makes
if
can't,
you need
you
me.
can't.
I just wanted to put that extra in there.
Oh, and please come in and add anything that you have because it's never just about me. I want this information for everybody, and we all have to do our part. And so, to answer that person's question, I think it's Mr. Switchy. That's how you do it because you can't be militant and dependent on not only the government, but have the mentality that you want everything to be revolved around you and your people. You do like the street law soldiers do. You do like the Black Beret Liberation Movement does. You do like Dr. Khaled did. You do like what Huey did. What did let's get to the Panthers. Watch this, brother Remy, to show you a perfect example that I learned from childhood running around West Oakland. Huey practiced what they preach. Don't depend on the government to feed the people. So what did they do, brother Remy? They started all of these food programs. You see where I'm going with this, Remy? This is nothing new. We just got comfortable because of politicians and politics. See,
right.
we got away from power to the people, all power to the people, to giving the power to them because of
Right.
dependency. And that's what you see today. That's what you see
Right.
today. Don't depend on the government for help, brothers and sisters. What did Huey and the Panthers do? Let's open our own fucking clinics. It's not brain surgery. So now, the reason why you have breakfast programs in the school, the government will tell you that came from Huey and the Panthers. The reason why you have after school programs, that came from Huey and the Panthers. That WIC program where they give the women the milk and the cheese and the butter and the beans. All of that came from Huey and the Panthers because Huey and the Panthers did not. They were anti-government everything. And the only way you can be true about doing for self, wanting for your people that in which you want for yourself, you cannot be dependent on your government. That's why you see so many black folks upset to the point I have to use my political experience to let them know the programs like Medicare and food stamps and Section 8 were not designed for you to make a fucking career off of. Okay? They was
That's
not
right.
designed for that. See,
That's
this is
fact.
why I tell all black families, and I'm gonna tell you, brother Remy, with your beautiful children, including your daughter, you got go get the movie Claudine. Claudine is the very first modern day movie in 1976, 1975 that'll tell you everything we did wrong, starting with the black woman all the way down to our brother Rube, played by our home. I can't think of his name. But brothers and sisters, go get the movie Claudine. Go get the movie Claudine. Go get the movie Claudine and watch it. And if you have children in the house at the age that they understand, Brother Remy and listening audience, make sure they watch it too. See, the biggest mistake we made starting in the 60s, going against Huey and the Panthers, like the government did, was we bought into these so-called programs. Okay? Remy, you can't be in the house, but we, the government, will take care of that beautiful daughter of yours sitting on your lap, but you can't be in the house to father her. See, you can't be in the house to father her. See, but we'll give her and her mother Section 8 housing. We'll give her and her mother food stamps. We'll give her and her mother welfare. But then guess what, Brother Remy? Watch this. They still charging your black ass for it anyway.
Right.
Why you think? What? Am I lying? Or am I telling the truth, brother? Why you think they started with even today? Even today, the government can go in your bank account and take the money from you for back child support. Then they came up with suspend the black man's license. So what was the purpose of you kicking the black man out the house, white man, and you going along with it, black woman? Because at the end of the day, the black man is going to be burdened with paying everything back anyway. This is why I keep telling people Umar doesn't have the majority of things in his name. And the only reason he need out of all the shit he's tied up into is exactly the subject we're talking about now. Child support. Child support. You can't be just tell me I don't know what I'm talking about, brother. I'm not gonna waste my time on your show. Child support. See, go right ahead.
With all that being said, what is the difference between the leaders like Khalid Muhammad, Huey P. Newton, and Umar Johnson, in your opinion? What's the difference between them?
I'm gonna start with my famous saying. They were about two different categories. They were about walking, less talking, action over words. Walking, less talking, action over words. Dr. Khaled told me one day, brother, if you can't walk and talk at the same time, we got a problem. See?
Right.
See?
I know that.
Now, take the question you asked me, and then take that what I just told you, Dr. Khaled said to me and a group of other men. What is Umar specialized in? Running off at the fucking mouth. See, he talks so much, people don't understand. You can be addicted to hearing yourself talk. This is what he does. So to answer your question again, when they implemented a plan, they put it into action. Okay, I build houses. I remodel my own house, inside and out, top to bottom. Grass, the yard, the whole nine. It's not going to get done by me standing in Home Depot talking to the supplies. But then even if I buy the supplies and bring them home and lean them up against the wall, it ain't going to happen by me sitting there looking at it. You have to you have to implement the plan and put your plan in action. If you do anything outside of putting the plan in action, it comes right back down to how Umar looks right now. A big fucking 6'3", 280, 300 pounds of hot fucking air. Period. This is not brain surgery. Do the damn work. And the reason why it's harder than it really looks, because again, just like the welfare and the movie Claudine, we have become comfortable. We've become comfortable, Brother Remy, we've become comfortable as a people. Then we went from being comfort to being spoiled. That's why we always think somebody is taking something away from you. Welfare didn't belong to you, black man and black woman. It doesn't belong to Donald Trump. He just happens to be the president that's controlling it because the government controls those programs. That's you and I, taxpayer. Everybody that's listening to this show is paying for 19. And let me tell you, let me, I don't want to get off. Let me give you an example of what I'm talking about. Why are people get mad about shit that they don't have to get mad about if they take the time to read and research? Not listen to Umar, not listen to me, not just listen to you. Self-research. 19 to 64 people that are sitting at home, overwhelmingly the ages of 19 to 64, Brother Remy, all of this is researchable facts, are the ones that Donald Trump is going after. These are people that are 19 to 64 years old, no children like that beautiful daughter of yours sitting in your lap, no disability, but you and I are paying for them to sit at home, play video games, smoke a blunt, drink a 40 ounce. See what I'm saying? This is what they're doing. All Donald Trump is doing, and I'm not a Donald Trump fan by any means, but I'm not gonna lie to make nobody feel good. That's our fucking problem. See, all that they're really doing, Brother Remy, they're auditing the programs. We have too many people, able-bodied people, sound in body and mind, sitting their asses at home while people like you got to get an extra job on your YouTube channel to take care of that beautiful daughter of yours, and that's who you paying for. I can't speak for you. I don't give a damn how you feel about it, Brother Remy. I don't want to pay taxes for no. I'm 62 years old, and I do more work by 9 a.m. than the average 19-year-old do all fucking week. You don't have a problem with that? That's what Donald Trump is doing.
I work 12 hours a day.
That's my point. Now, let me tell you something else I told Lennon Honor the other day. We talked on the phone because he know the kind of work I do. Not one person that I know, Brother Remy, trust me, brother, not one person that I know anywhere within the 50 U.S. states in this country have been cut off Medicaid, welfare, or lost their housing that actually deserve it. In fact, some of them have even got a raise on their food stamps. They know who they going after, Brother Remy. We just get caught up in our emotions. You know, we're so emotional, we're so sensitive, and then you got to remember, we thinking something belongs to us that's being taken from us because we wasn't educated or we didn't pay attention to the fact that food stamps are supposed to be temporary. Section 8 housing is supposed to be temporary. Medicaid at taxpayers' expense is supposed to be temporary.
Right. I thought it was supposed to be like something to get you on your feet until it was, you can get a job or something. But I see a lot of people I can't lie, a lot of family members been on this as far as I can remember.
You just like me, you can use your own family. Now you see how you use the word thought? Your thought is absolutely correct. Your thought is absolutely correct. That is exactly what it was designed for. See, you got grandmothers that are grandmothers now because the children that they got the Section 8 house or apartment for are grown and then made her or him a grandmother or a grandfather. That's not how Section 8 is designed. That's why at 62 years old, brother, with all the programs I'm eligible for, I couldn't get them if I want to, because you have too many other ones out there taking advantage of it. And what's the old saying, Remy? You know this, brother. I know your spirit. It only takes one or two to spoil a whole barrel of apples, and this is what we're going through now. And all of this is why goes back to that question from, I think it was Mr. Swifty, why brothers like me that's in the streets, that's a revolutionary, I don't give a fuck what Donald Trump can do. Long as he don't fuck with my Social Security check that I paid for, now that's SSI, Social Security that I paid for, starting at 15 years old, and long as he don't fuck with my union pension check that I get, I'm good because remember, I'm multi-talented. I can always have a job. I can go back to the classroom and teach. I can go get a $45 hour job at any union, walking in with construction license. I'm a chef. I'm a pit master. What the fuck do I have to be on Facebook every day telling Remy all up and down my posts with all of this shit that's going on with black folks, self-inflicted problems? Only thing I got to worry about is what the fuck Donald Trump is doing in the motherfucking White House. I don't give a fuck. Well, Malik, why you got that attitude? Well, nobody has stopped me and mine from doing anything we needed to do. I don't care who don't like it. I'm a student of you, man. I don't care who don't like it. You think Dr. Khaled wants to sit at home and be on food stamps? See, do you think that matches him? Like you used him as an example earlier. Do you think Dr. Khaled will sit around and accept the white man's welfare? Do you think Dr. Khaled will sit around and accept the white man's low housing? Hell no. Dr. Khaled will sleep in a goddamn park in a wet cardboard box first because it goes against everything that he stands for. Tell me I'm lying, brother. I'm going to take a break and get some water. Tell me I'm lying and I get off the phone.
Nah, that'd be a cold day in hell if I see Dr. Khalid Muhammad do something like that. That man stood on 10 toes. 10 toes. He might have had an extra couple toes the way he stood, but
you couldn't give Dr. Khaled these programs these Negroes running around here crying about. You couldn't give it to him on the stainless steel 925 platter because it goes against everything like me that he stands for. See, and you don't have to ask me about Huey. I already told you real fast why he started the program. Don't get our people conditioned to depend on the government for anything. Feed your own people. Okay? And what he did, he went around all throughout the country, all the chapters, and got donations from legit businesses. This is another reason why I have a problem with the Umar Johnsons of the world. See, because the Panthers had memorabilia that they sold. You know, we had the newspaper. So my point is, brother Remy, in closing is, remember we talked about what are you bringing to the pot before you go and ask other people to empty their pot for you? This is what the Panthers did. See, that's why you don't hear a lot of stories about the Panthers taking money from people. The money that the Panthers got from people was from giving them a product. You know, you want a pie, you know, Umar gave you promises. I give you a product. Umar talk about black folks give them grits. Black folks give a Quaker grits for this, and black folks give Nike this. Well, how you shut that down? When Remy take his family in to buy some Nikes, Remy gonna give them a credit card, a debit cash, or cash, and Remy gonna walk out to what? The store. Everybody got on some shoes. It was an even exchange. Okay, if Remy go into Walmart and buy some buttered biscuits and grits that Umar talks about, Remy and his family is going to walk out with a bag of groceries that they can go home and cook on the stove and feed their people on the table. See the difference, brother? This is why we're in the condition that we're in as a people. We have gotten lazy. We've got comfortable. We've become spoiled. And like Umar Johnson, even in begging, we've become entitled.
Right. I asked the question earlier. I don't think you heard me. How do you think Dr. Khalid Muhammad and Huey P. Newton, how do you think they would feel about somebody like Umar? What do you think they would have done if they were still here today?
Ass whooping a long time ago. End of the conversation.
I knew that was coming. I just wanted to confirm it. I knew that was
Umar is not a problem or a threat. Umar's doing what he's doing because we have allowed it. How many times, brother, you've heard me on not just on your show? How many times have I told you? How many times have you seen anybody step up to Umar? He's before all of this hit, he averaged 3 days a week, 2 or 3 hours a day, nonstop, wearing all his nice uniforms and outfits and baseball caps, everything he told y'all not to buy. I'm gonna answer your question again, and I'm not trying to be funny, man, and I'm not dodging the question. You asked me, I'm giving it to you. Ass whooping a long time ago. Didn't you not hear me say if Umar Johnson, even to this day, was anywhere near Northern California, that hustle would have been shut down a long time ago, man. We don't play that
That's
shit here where I'm from.
I'm
And
embarrassed
no,
in Philly. We allowed him
said
to do that. I'm embarrassed. But the thing about it is, a lot of us do not know who the hell he is out here. Like,
okay. Well,
um, the only
how
way
about
that
going to the school and find out? See, we have to also get away from trying to do. See, let me give you an example. When Umar got on that radio show with sorry ass Father David, I mean he's an elder man, but that's a sorry piece of
I
shit,
just
man.
want
I'm
you,
sorry.
I
Excuse my
want you,
language.
I commend you for that because I didn't want to. I felt bad for disrespecting my elders, but he should. The title Baba, it needs to be stripped from him for allowing
That's
him to
what
do that.
that's what I'm talking about. And what is the point of me bringing him up? Just like Shamalai to God, whatever the hell his name is, accountability. So again, you're not going to stand out in the hood in front of abandoned buildings that people have are people. And you brag about this. This is black owned. This is the black dollar. I'm getting back to your question about what would Huey and Dr. Khaled. And I don't want people to say, well, wow, he sure just gave a simple answer where there's no explanation. You're not going to sit in front of the school and continue to con people that have given you over $1 million, allegedly. Now, remember, he's responsible for his own taxes. See, we keep running with this $1.6 million
I think
because
it's a
that's
lot.
what we can see. Say it again, brother. It's what?
I think it's a whole lot more.
Okay. So my point is again, and answering your question again, because I don't want nobody to say, well, he skipped and dodged and this and that. Yes, they would have whooped his ass and shut that down a long time ago. But I'm giving the people, again, simple measurements. You are not going to, now they wouldn't have just started off doing that. They would have stepped to him wherever they needed to step to him. Unfortunately, even at his mom's disabled Section 8 apartment, wherever he is, that's where you go. And you let him know you are not going to continue to run this scam on our people. Because you got to remember, Dr. Khaled wasn't about him. Dr. Khaled was about the people. Huey and the Panthers wasn't about them. They were about the people. It is your job, again, as these gun clubs and these so-called pro-black clubs, to protect your people, period. So
Right.
Umar is a burglar, a rapist, or whatever you want to call him, running amok in your community. So what do the college and the UE and the Panthers do? You eliminate that disease. Because remember, a black man or woman that looks like you, this is what black people do not want to accept. And unlike our sister T, your assistant, who I actually adore, unlike her sister who I adore because I know who she is now, because remember, brothers, remember, everything is about protecting the people. Protecting the people. What
Right.
Umar has done to the people. And you'll hear him tell you, brother, and this is what's so painful. When if you go back and listen to him on Lord Jamar, he'll tell you, man, disabled women on fixed income. I haven't told you because we haven't talked, but I was on one show a couple weeks ago, and like I can read the comments, and then sometimes it'd be where you can call in. Brother, let me tell you something, man, to show you the damage that our people don't want to accept, even though they know that Umar Johnson has done. I had one lady call in and say, I paid $5 less on the bill to donate to Umar because of the cause. I had an older lady call in. Now, this is on, I'm telling you, brother, just go look at all the 20 shows I've been on. Then there was an older lady called in. She said, brothers, I don't get no food stamps. She says, I bought 10 less dollars worth. These are phone calls. This ain't reading across no screen. This, I don't remember what show because I've been on so many, but you understand what I'm saying, Remy. These are women calling in because who's his biggest supporters? Who has he scammed more than anybody?
Older
Two
women
black
too.
women. Now, there were a number of people that called in, but these two particular stories are what touched my heart. And it's not based
That's
on the fact of the amount of
government.
money. And that's the first thing that we would do. Well, Malika was only $5. Listen to the story that they told. I paid $5 less, Brother Remy, on a bill to donate to Umar Johnson. I bought $10 less of groceries. I don't get food stamps to donate to Umar Johnson. Umar Johnson told y'all that on the Lord Jamar show, the kind of people that were donating to him. This is why our people must understand what people like you and your assistant understand, the damage that Umar Johnson has done to a people all over this country, and there's not a goddamn thing funny about it. See, because like the
Yeah.
general of the street law soldiers asked me one day, Brother Malik, how would you feel if that was was one of your daughters? How would you
My
feel if Umar had done that to one of your sisters? How would you feel if your mother, like you just said, Brother Remy, and Umar did? How would that make you feel? See, everything is always all right with us, Brother Remy, until it hits us at our motherfucking front door.
right.
Excuse my
But
language.
it's all
Now ride with me and tell me because I don't want to lie to the people. Everything overwhelmingly is all right with the majority of our people until it hit us at the front door, and then we get a little sense. Put
Umar be
yourself in the
talking to the
position
Orishas right
if
now. I
that
could
was your
do it.
grandmother. That's your grandmother calling in to tell the world, I gave $5 less on the bill to donate to Umar Johnson because I believed in him
Umar,
and his son.
he will be talking to the Orishas right now, face to face.
See,
He be
did he
having a
not?
conversation with his
Oh,
maker.
does that not answer your question? Because I don't want to sound like I got away from what would Huey and the
No,
Panthers and
no, you
college
asked
do.
me a question.
You see where I'm going with this? See, I don't want to just give an answer and run. See, I don't
No,
mind breaking it down to the people to give them some understanding. Now, you can still take it and do whatever what you want. But you asked me a question from experience, from walking with them brothers, spending time with them brothers,
right.
helping to raise me. I'm telling you, man, it's unacceptable because what is the saying? In life, General, you remind me so much of of the General. People only do to you, Brother Remy, what you allow.
Wow.
Because I
Right.
keep getting phone calls, Brother Malik. Why you have to include the public with Umar? Well, y'all the one made him rich. The
And
government didn't give him $1.2 million. Your black asses did. So how can you be excluded out of the story?
no,
See, how can
and
you not be held accountable? You mean to tell me, Remy, you gonna go and argue with the cashier in Walmart that didn't give you a receipt for a $5 purchase, but you never asked Umar for a receipt to get credit on your taxes from a donation you didn't have to give him, and you mad about it because
that's
somebody's
crazy.
bringing that mistake to your attention? Really? See where I'm going with this,
That's
brother?
crazy. That's crazy.
No,
And
no, no, no. Let me be quiet, Jenna, because sometimes people say, Malik, you be talking too much. I'm asking you, anything so far I've said, and this is not about agree or disagree, because we can agree and disagree respectfully, but it is about have anything I said been a lie to the people on your show?
I don't think it was a lie on my show or any show that you've been on. I've been watching everything that you've been doing, and I don't think you've told one lie at all.
Tell me to my face again, Remy. Just like I
Uh,
didn't know you seen yesterday's show. Have I lied to the people about anything that I've discussed?
no, no,
Now,
not on my
now hold
show.
on. I didn't
No,
say whether it hurt their feelings or not, and they got on to the. We know they do that. That's our problem. I'm asking you again. Have I said anything that's a lie to our people?
no, no. You just told them what they didn't want to hear.
There you go. Because
And
when it was
I'm
taught,
and
because
go
when it
back
was
on my
being taught, because there was times when it was being taught and told to me by the colleges of the world, I didn't want to hear it either. But look
right.
at me now.
When I was young, I didn't want to hear a lot of stuff too.
Yeah, look at me now.
Right.
Go right
And go
ahead,
back to
brother.
the question about what I said about what Huey and Khalid Muhammad would think. I don't think Umar would have even been either, I think one of two things would have happened. Either Umar wouldn't have existed, or he would have had to actually have done the work if Khalid Muhammad was here, because they
Brother
were
Remy,
examples of what should be done. So I don't
brother.
think he would be able to pull any of this off.
See, now stop giving me all the credit. See what you just said, brother? Do you know how powerful that is? Because guess what? Both of them are the number one answers. It would have never happened
Right.
because he knew, like you said, he was not in that environment where it was tolerated. See,
Right.
people think Huey and the Panthers or Dr. College just went around and dealt with the police or racism. That's not what revolutionaries do. This is why I hold our people accountable, because that's what we was taught. Huey and the Panthers put black folks in check. See what I'm saying? If you know some of the history, you'll find out the times that Huey and the Panthers bumped head with pimps and prostitutes and even drug dealers. Because it don't mean that you're gonna stop doing it, but you're gonna be approached about it. And if we got to get ugly, everybody know. Like you heard the general on the show last night with Huey's son. When is the last time you've heard of a shootout where a so-called revolutionary group? The 60s and the Panthers. See?
Right.
Because they didn't just deal with police and racism. If you had a brother or a sister that looked like Umar that was out of check, you immediately got put into check. So again, brother, if I could give you a black power bump, fist bump, a black power handshake, and more so a hug, I'm with you, because you didn't even have to ask me that question. You just answered it. It never would have happened. Umar
Right.
knows exactly what he's doing. The timing is right. He know his audience. He know his people, and he took full advantage of it. And you are absolutely positively 126.5% correct. It would have never happened because we didn't allow, the word we use, we didn't allow Umar Johnson to fester among our people. And
Right.
why? Here I go again, Brother Remy. I can't get away from it because too many of our people still to this day don't understand, because we're so stuck on three obvious things in this country: racism, white supremacy, okay, and white privilege. Not understanding, Brother Remy, that a man or a woman that looks like you is more dangerous than all three of those components combined, because
That's
of the word that I
fact.
used over an hour ago. They have accessibility to you. Look up accessibility and tell me what it means. See, me and you, Remy, we don't have to put on no costume. We don't have
Right.
to go put on no paint on our face. We fit
You know what
right in.
I think is a good example. It's like the difference between a white shooter and a black shooter. A white shooter is going to shoot you from a distance. You're not going to see him coming. A
There you
black
go.
shooter walk up to you and ask you if you got a light.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah, my man, you got a lighter?
There you go.
Yeah, you pocket.
Or I've seen in the hood, using another example of what you're saying, Brother Remy. I've seen brothers in the hood walk up and ask somebody if they had change, just so they can hopefully pull out their wad, Brother Remy, and do exactly what you said: turn around and rob their ass. See what I'm
I
talking
see.
about? This is what.
I got cousins that used to use that.
Well, then you know I'm not. I'm from the hood, brother. I keep telling you that I'm from the hood. I'm
I
from
got
West
cousins that
Oakland,
used to
brother.
use that.
The
Yo,
hood.
you got change for $100.
And then
And
what
if you
happened, Brother Remy? What happened, Brother Remy? So the people won't be on here talking about Malik show,
they
talk a
walk up
lot.
to you,
But
they walk up to you and ask you got change for $100? Yeah, let me check. You pull that money out, it's a wrap. They're taking everything.
okay then. Okay then. So Umar is relevant because the people are making him relevant. Even if you look at him speaking, okay? If nobody asked him to speak, the microphone, the stage, and the cameras, the three things that he's crazy about, which is why we call him an attention whore. See, that's why I keep
Right.
saying if you take those three away from him, Umar is no different than the PhDs that I've met in homeless housing, homeless shelters, encampments all over this country.
Do
If you
you?
still want to meet, if you still want to meet one today, just go to your local neighborhood homeless camper and shelter. You'll meet so-called PhDs all day, every day, down on their
Right.
luck. Go right ahead, brother.
Right. That was my next question. Do you think that he really got 6 degrees? Do you think he really took the time? He said he has 6 degrees plus 20 years experience. Now, if you do the math, it doesn't add up to me.
Right, right. Because what you're doing, all you have to do again is go back when he went through that little thing on Lord Jamar. Okay, well, let me ask you a question that you're asking me. Where is the evidence?
I've never seen him, and usually when people got degrees, they got them hanging up on the wall behind them, or they show it. Whenever they ask him about his degrees, he said you got to make a phone call instead of just showing the degrees. Now I feel as though if you got those degrees,
Okay.
I mean, wouldn't it be easy to just show them?
See you shortchanging yourself, man. I don't appreciate that about you, man, because you're a brilliant brother, man, and I got mad love for you. Because listen to what you just said. What job can you go in and they ask you for a degree and you give them that answer and they hire you?
No, I
See
don't
what I'm
think
just
they.
saying? See that's take your time. What job that asks you for your degrees and you tell them the same thing you tell your people because you can tell them anything and they gonna hire your black ass. Take your time. I'll
None,
wait. Because now
none.
remember, the root of what you're saying, brother, is sin. See,
Right,
I've
right.
never been hired where somebody picked up the phone and called somebody other than a reference. No one has ever called anybody about my construction license. No one has ever picked up the phone and called anybody because that's what I'm saying, brother. You selling yourself short, thinking you're talking and just talking, and you're not. You're telling the people the truth. What job can you go to that requires you to have a degree and they want to see it and they're going to say, okay, Remy, we'll call you back in 2 or 3 days after we continue to make phone calls to verify your degree. Because what did you just say with common sense? Isn't it just much easier to bring the fucking degree with you to the interview? It's not
Right,
brain surgery, Remy. He
right,
does this
right,
shit because we have allowed it. I'm
right.
not
We
gonna get
definitely
away
allowed it.
from it. We've
We definitely
allowed
allowed
it.
it. We allowed him to walk around claiming that he's the most requested scholar without no proof of that. 6 degrees without no proof of that. You can just simply pick up the phone and all this other stuff.
Let me tell you who you've heard of the information. You've heard of the Information Man show, right?
Right, right. I seen it. I seen
Okay.
it.
Go look at it when I bought that up and see if he damn near didn't fall out the chair.
I did. I watched it live.
Did you see the looks and all that was on his face?
I watched it live. Oh,
So
I was at work.
this is why I'm saying, with all due respect, man, you selling yourself short. Talk to
You're
the
right.
people, man, and tell their asses the truth.
I really can't.
You
I
know
tell you,
damn well You know damn well, even to get a $20 an hour job at McDonald's, if them people tell you at McDonald's they want to see your high school diploma, your black ass taking them that high school diploma, or you won't be working at McDonald's.
right, right,
Now, tell me I'm lying and I'm getting off the show and go watch the football game.
right. No, you tell the truth. You tell the
Well,
truth.
Mr. Remy, the supervisor at McDonald's. Well, I do got 6 degrees, but I do have a high school diploma. Can you call McClymonds High School, even though I graduated way back in the '80s? I sound like a goddamn fool, and they're gonna dismiss me out the interview like a goddamn fool. Do you see why I have to teach our
Right,
people to hold them accountable? This is why I keep telling people 75% of the information that I've shared on all these shows, on YouTube, on radio stations here in the Bay Area in California, because all we had to do was take a pause and say, let me go look this up. See, another big mistake we made under accountability, brother, and I know you're going to jump on this one as well. When he's on these shows like The Breakfast Club that allow you to call in, nobody called and asked those questions.
Nobody.
You hang up on Remy, Malik is right behind Remy, he going to ask the same question. See, and what happened? A national syndicated show like The Breakfast Club is going to be put on spot because guess what, Remy? You can't keep hanging up the phone on people in public. See? But listen to what you just said. You said nobody. How can 5 people ask if one person ain't asked yet? See? And this is where that lawsuit, this is why I would encourage the legitimate donors to do a class action lawsuit so the Breakfast Club can be sued like they've been sued before for doing the same damn thing because it's about accountability. And accountability simply means asking questions that you knew you should have asked. Okay, listen to what I did. Now watch this, brother. Let's run, Brother Remy, with the $1.6 million. Okay? Beautiful children, man. And you know, I'm a grandfather and you know, I lost a daughter, so I get emotional when I see kids.
I told you I'm a family man. They want to be.
You did tell me that. You did tell me we had a lot in common. You even told me your dad was a military man like mine, right?
Yeah, still in
so that means Remy, unlike a lot of people outside of even calling them, you understand why I'm the way I am, even the way I was raised in my household, it sounds like. Because, yeah, I had no nonsense parents, man. No nonsense.
Right.
Didn't play.
I had a no nonsense mom and grandma.
That's what I'm saying. We'll hit you. All my brothers over 6 feet tall. I remember as a little boy seeing my mother jump off like she was jumping off a fucking table, man, and hit my brother in the mouth and made his fucking teeth bleed. Tell me I'm lying, brother. See, that's where I'm from. That's why these folks of the day don't understand me. What this brother talking about? How old is he? He must be old in age and all. I just came around in my household, no nonsense. Doesn't mean you couldn't be a kid, but you ain't gonna be out here doing this shit these kids doing today. Then when you go outside the 4 walls of your home, you had the protection of the village and the community. And that was even without the parents.
My wife all the time. In my neighborhood, they let us they at like 4 or 5, we didn't sit in the house. They let us in the neighborhood. They just let us roam out.
And guess what? I bet they protected you too, didn't they?
Right.
Were you protected as a child?
Nothing. They made sure we was doing, playing as kids. They made sure that.
And you know why? And you know why this part of the dialogue is so important? Because when I tell the people the way I was raised, it's like they think I was raised up around white folks. Not understanding that there's brothers and sisters just like you that can relate. It's all about the adults that you had around you at the time. You want to be your kid's friend and you want to spoil them and you're scared to say something to them and, take the phone away and see, Remy, not being able to go outside is opposite of the way it is today. That was a punishment to us. We died if we couldn't go outside.
My mom would be like, "Oh, I'm taking your PlayStation. I'm taking this. I'm taking that." Like, I don't care. But the said you can't go outside. It was the end of the world.
Exactly.
Now with my son, I gotta take the Switch. I gotta take his little Nintendo Switch, and he goes off. You don't like that? These kids do not like going outside like that.
Okay, but guess what? See, you put that manhood in his ass, though. See, now guess what he would be doing with his mother if your black ass wasn't in the house? See?
I tell her that. I'm like, what you gonna do when he 6 foot walking around here stomping and thumping? You gonna be calling me?
Where you think that? Where I run the rites of passage program. I got 3 boys here with me that I took from juvenile. Right. What kind of homes do you think they came from? Professional black women couldn't control a house, not just with them, but with the other siblings. I went and got these 3 black boys, 2 of them out of one home, 1 out of another. They 1 step away from the prison because I got them out of juvenile hall. The same kind of homes, Brother Remy, that me and you are talking about. no discipline. The Umar Johnsons in and out of their life with their mama, don't care nothing about them. You know what I mean? Pulling up in their company truck, come in and see mama, and they going on about their business. This is what I'm talking about. And so I'm the way I am because this is the way I was raised. And people say, well, you know, Malik, you can be raised one way and still get off track. Well, what happened with me, Brother Remy, which sounds like what happened to you, if you look back and reflect that every ass whooping and punishment that you got, you think about that you deserved it because it made you who you are today, that means there was no reason to, you don't fix something that's not broken. So after I became a young man in college, you know, and I realized, you know what? All the little ass whoopings I got on Myrtle Street in West Oakland, even in front of my class in the 5th grade, my grandmother whooped my ass, Brother Remy, in the front of my class with my underwear, with my pants down to my socks in the 5th grade. That's where I'm from.
My sister was my my preschool teacher. So
wait, your auntie, your great aunt was your preschool teacher. She did what?
Took me to the bathroom.
Okay then. Okay, that's why you sitting there with a father in the home with your damn children. Right. And you're not gonna have it any other way. And I want you to know this OG, recognize it. I appreciate it, man. And that's what it's all about. Because my grandkids are my world, man. I got 10 grandsons and they drive me fucking crazy. But they my world, man. And that's why when I see you sit, that's what you told me. That's what I'm saying. When I see you sitting there with your kids, man, I get emotional, Brother Remy, because that's what it's about. And I want the people to know you don't have to get caught up out here with all of this, what the government is doing, what the president is doing, who shot John, who did. When I found out, let me give you an example that separates me from others. When I found out, brother, that it wasn't a brother that shot that white boy Remy, I was through with it. It's no longer my business. You understand what I'm saying? It's no longer my business because we have a tendency of continuing to worry about things that's not any of our business. When I go, if you go out of my house to the left, I got an Asian couple and family to the left. When I talk to them, they're proud Asians. I'm a proud black man. You know what we talk to each other about? They talk about what they do for their family and what they do for their people. You go to the right, Brother Remy. You know where I'm going with this. You got the Latino family. You know who they talk about proudly? They talk about their family and what they do for themselves. See, and you know why they respect me? Because they not only hear me speaking proudly as a black man, they see my actions. See, so we don't have no excuse. I don't care. I'm not buying into white supremacy, white power, this, that, and the other. I'm going to say it one more time. I don't give a damn who don't like it on your show, including your black ass, Brother Remy. White supremacy, racism, okay, and white privilege has not stopped me from doing anything in this free world that I wanted to do. Because all I remember was that my ancestors built this. My ancestors.
Black Panther.
Say it again, Brother Remy.
This is coming from a Black Panther.
White racism, white supremacy, and white privilege has not stopped me from doing anything in this, not just this country, but the world that I wanted to do. If I want to take my passport and make reservations to go anywhere in this country I want to go, no one has ever stopped me. When I went to go get this house, no one stopped me because why? What did I tell you almost 2 hours ago? I'm going to adapt to the system. That way the system will never control me. As long as I don't depend on the system will never control me. As long as I don't depend on the system will never control me. As long as I don't depend on the system will never control me. Get off the phone, Brother Remy. I got 5 certified trades that I can walk into any union hall and get a job just like that.
Hey.
Somebody just talked about morals, values, and principles. Thank you for bringing that up, brother or sister. I didn't get a chance to see the name. Can't leave that
Knee
out.
slap.
Because
Knee slap.
we
That's one of my other.
because if you remember when I was on your show the first time, when I talked about vetting Umar, what was the word that I focused on? Was it not morals? Thank you, knee slapping. Was it not morals, brother? Was it not moral? Okay. Matter of fact, my exact saying is always, where does the needle of your moral compass sit in life? Is that not exactly what I said, brother? Because a lot of us, it's like it's like a crushed string on your watch. A lot of us moral compass, the needle has stopped. See, and this is the mistake that we made with Umar Johnson. We thank you again, knee slapping entertainment. This because I talked about this, and I'm glad you. Thank you for remembering, brother Remy. Did I not? When I talked about vetting, was moral character the number one word that came out of my mouth? See, that's
That was
where
the
you
main
made a
thing
mistake.
about vetting.
No one vetted Umar Johnson to see where the needle set on his moral compass as a man. So not only did you not verify, like you said, the degrees, not only did you see that he's never ran a business, not only did you not see that he's never been part of a school other than being a counselor and he got fired from it because he tried to use his degree as a psychologist, but I keep educating people that there's a difference between a degree and a license. You
Didn't you
can
say that they walked him off the campus somewhere?
the police department walked him off because he tries to bully people, and I guess it probably was women running the school because it was a charter school. And they called the police on his ass and walked him off the campus. And he has not legally worked for anybody. And so remember, well, Malik, how do he tell people that he's once been a school principal and he's once been a school psychologist? But then you turn around and the records clearly show he's never had a license. How can you believe that he's a psychologist if he's never had a license? There's a difference, brothers and sisters. And that's one of the first things that you agree with me on. I remember within 5 minutes of being on your show the first time.
Right.
And you said, because you told me, you said, Malik, because it was a problem that you were having and trying to explain to your people because they did not get it. I'm going to make sure they get it today. Brothers and sisters, you can have a degree in anything. But if the profession in which you have a degree calls for you to have a license, the license is more important than the degree. In fact, brothers and sisters and brother Remy, they will bypass the degree. Like you said, bring it in and all. They don't even want to see it. We want to see your license because obviously if you have a license, everything else don't matter. Okay?
Right.
Let me give you an example so the people can't say they understand. Remember the movie Rainmaker?
Yes.
Okay. Yes. Remember the white boy had passed the bar. But remember, right before a case, the other attorney that he was going against swore him in. Okay?
Yeah.
But remember, what's the little man name? Danny. What's the little? You know what I'm talking about? That played his buddy. Remember, he had to be careful how he moved around in the courtroom. Why, brother Malik? Because even though Danny DeVito. See where I'm going with this, brother? Danny DeVito had license. Danny DeVito had a degree in law in the movie.
But he
didn't have license to practice.
Now
there you go, brother Remy. Now does it make sense?
Yeah, I was young when it came out, so I didn't get why he was.
But think about it. But now it makes sense. Now take your time and play the picture back in your head. Remember, he used to always be in trouble by what's your name, Matt. I think whatever his name, Matt reminded him that he didn't have a license. Even in the last scene when he was going down the stairs and he was looking around before he went out the door, that's because all the things he has done under law for so-called clients, knowing that he didn't have license to pass. So Danny DeVito in the movie Rainmaker, he had a law degree. Like we could say Umar has a PhD. Danny DeVito, as you know now, could not practice in the courtroom because he didn't have a license to practice. That's the difference, brothers and sisters, than Umar Johnson bragging about 6 degrees, 16 degrees. You see, I'm keeping the number keep going up, even 99 degrees. He might
Yeah.
as well not tell nobody because unless he's licensed in his field, it's all a waste of time. And the worst thing, one of the worst things you can do under education is go to school for all of these years, get a degree, and don't follow up with it. He never had a license and he never had any intentions of getting a license because his ass is too lazy to go back to school for those extra 2 years. And he would have to keep going every 2 years, like I have to get certified every so many years, even as a chef and a pit master.
But when he put that book out, isn't that legal? Wouldn't he ever have a license to put
No,
that
no, he
information
don't have to have no license. And remember, you asked me about the book, and I said no, I didn't read the book because he didn't have any reference points. Just like if you remember, people went and pulled down his what your name from his dissertation, and it looks like a ninth grade research paper because everything was copied and pasted. When you don't remember, but you asked me about the book. The same thing I
I
told
remember that,
you,
but I do
I'm
remember
telling
you saying
everybody.
that.
I said no, brother, because it doesn't have reference points. In other words, when you're reading Umar books, you're taking his word for everything that's in the book because there's no reference point. What does reference mean? Reference mean where can I go to verify this
Verify.
information that you are putting in this book? That's why. What did I also tell you before we go? I don't want to miss out on these points. Black parents, any of you out there listening to this show now, or any of you that may listen to this show later, it is against the law for you to sit on the phone with Umar and call yourself in a parent teacher conference. Umar is not licensed to give you any kind of advice. I don't give a damn how many degrees he got. Because let me tell you something, using your children as an example. I'm Umar Johnson. You talking to me right now, Brother Remy. You say,
Right?
Brother Malik, my children are on AFDC and this, that, and the other, and this medication, and they're in this little special ed class. And say you go and listen to me,
Right?
okay? You go to school, not starting tomorrow because the day is Thursday. You tell yourself, you and the wife, well, starting Monday, Umar, my brother Malik say, we gonna take our kids out the classroom and we gonna stop giving them that medication. Watch this, Brother Remy. You do all of that. Your daughter or your children start lacking in school in terms of the classroom.
Right.
Medically, they start having problems because you took them off the medication listening to brother unlicensed Brother Malik. Your ass and the wife going to jail, and Umar gonna be in the cell next to you because you put your children's life. You can
And
laugh
you
if
have
you
this.
want to, but you know I'm telling the truth. This, and
Well,
by the
what?
way, Remy, brother Remy, this is not for you. This is for your listening audience to once again show them how we have gotten caught up, and we ain't even talking about donations anymore. We even talking about looking at a man's credentials and demanding to see them. Why you think I use the example? If McDonald's tell your ass, not a college degree, we want to see your high school diploma. Your ass either going to show it to them where they can visibly see it, or your ass ain't getting no job. See?
Right.
So if you take my advice, take your children off that medication. Take your children out them special need program, and all and any lapse come on, your black ass going to jail, and they're gonna have the kid's mother in the handcuffs right next to you, and Umar gonna be on the goddamn chain line with you in the cell very next door because you have listened. Now you go and let's play devil advocate. Well, Malik, you know the information sounded so good. Well, I take it one step further than that. Brother Remy, listening to Brother Malik, unlicensed, it might even be true. But the operative word is it's not legal.
Right.
It's not legal. See, I'll give me the benefit of the doubt to you, even if the information I'm giving to you and your wife is legit information. You don't have the right to take it and put it into practice with your innocent children because you are using information, right or wrong, from a non-licensed psychologist. Your black ass is going to jail. And one of the charges is going to be negligence. We ain't even got to the medical part of it. We just gonna get to negligence and child abuse. This is why I'm so hard on us, brother, because I want us to understand how smooth talk, okay, how working the stage and a microphone and all that old fork tongue people like Umar can get us in trouble if we honestly don't know any better. So
And
now the
I
people
was
don't
thinking
have
about that too.
excuses.
Like,
Now, let me be quiet for a minute. Drink some water. Think about the example I just gave you and see what's going on out and see all the damage. Because you remember Umar, because you know he records everything. You
yeah,
not gonna tell me, brother Remy, as in the know as you are, that you've never seen Umar Johnson in one of them hotel rooms, got the parent on the speakerphone talking about next caller like he a legitimate radio station. All of that is against the law.
and I
You knew
thought
that
about
the
that.
first time I was on your show. It's all against the law. And your black ass brother, not you, brother Remy, not my sister in the background, your sister, but all of you in the listening audience, you can love Umar more than you love your father, like some of you do. But if you listen to any advice, your black ass is going to jail. Period. And you're hearing it from me first.
I thought about that too. Like, what if one of these kids actually need that medicine to stop them from doing something outrageous? What
Wait a
if
minute,
these
brother. Hold on, brother Remy. You mean to tell me honestly that actually crossed your mind? Because that's a very good thing that it did. That actually crossed your mind, brother Remy. Seriously.
yeah, what if one of these kids actually do something, hurt themselves or another child
There you go. Well, I done gave you the answer,
on
and
that
let me throw
medication?
this in. Everything I tell you, if you got internet, look it up. How many times did you research shit when I was on your show the first time, right there on camera for all the world to see? Do it
At
right
least
now.
3 or 4
Do it
times.
right now. See,
At least 3 or
go
4
take
times.
one of your children, or not. Matter of fact, leave the medicine out of it because that's the serious. Let's get down to the pity patty of it. Even taking them out of the special need classroom is against the law because you listened to somebody that was unlicensed and you listened to their advice. This is why I keep telling people, all we need is the floors. Oh, how in the hell the city gonna give you a certificate of occupancy and you ain't even pulled a goddamn permit? Come on, brother.
His wires still hanging out the ceiling. He's saying
There
that
you go.
it's the tiles, but
There
there's
you
no
go.
tiles in the ceiling.
This is,
It's
but
floor.
but all I'm trying to teach you, brother Remy, like I keep, it doesn't matter what he say. That's our problem. We keep worried about what Umar say versus the goddamn law. It doesn't matter what he say. Umar, oh Remy, brother Remy lied on me. You don't have to attack brother Remy. Just go research and brother Remy lied on brother Malik or brother Umar. That's why I told you when I get on these shows, I'm not going back and forth with nobody. Because everything that I'm talking about, get off your lazy ass and go research.
That's
Okay?
a fact.
Call a doctor or a licensed psychologist, anybody in any field. It ain't got to have nothing to do with Umar's degrees or medical field. Call anybody in any, ask a contractor if he can go on the job and bust up walls and and bust up concrete and not have a goddamn license and permit pulled. And not only are the permits supposed to be pulled, brother Remy, they're supposed to be on the job so everybody can see them, just like you see business license when you walk in the goddamn business. This is small, simple shit that our people have not learned, and they should take advantage of those like you and I that are doing these shows and take it serious and get off Umar's nuts. because he's contaminated like the goddamn mildew walls you see outside that goddamn building that he keep painting over. You cannot paint over mildew. That right there alone is not going to allow. We don't have to talk about the tiles. We don't have to talk about nothing inside the building. I keep telling y'all that. The
You think that's
mold
why they
that
took trains out of schools?
the mold that Ray Charles can see is not good. The worst upper respiratory problems that affect children in schools and public facilities, including libraries, is lead and paint and water, mold and mildew in the fucking walls, exterior, outside, interior, inside. So what are you saying, Malik? We don't even have to keep talking about the floor, the tile. We don't even have to go inside the building. He has enough violations outside the brother Remy that it would never pass inspection. I broke it down for y'all. Now you can do it. There's a treatment that you can do to try to treat the mold that'll keep you from stripping even outside, busting that stucco up down to the frame. That may work, or you can bust it on down. That's why I keep telling people this is a multi-billion-dollar job. Okay? You don't even have to
Right.
keep talking about the inside of the building. You don't have to worry about if there's any electricity. Don't worry about if the cameras really work. The mold, just look it up. Every show I've been on, they've looked it up. You cannot paint over mold. He done had 15 paint parties with 50 rolls of paint. It's all illusion of progress. You cannot paint over mold. He has done nothing to treat it other than the worst thing that you can do is try to paint over it. So
Then
we
you
don't
said
even
they
have
had
to
to
keep.
strip the interior.
Say it again.
You said they had to strip the interior.
Even on the inside, like my house. And see, this is what I'm talking about. When I bought my house, when you buy a house, you get what's called a termite report. The termite report, Brother Remy, is going to tell you everything that's wrong with that property. Now, based on what an estimate of what the termite report tells you it'll take to bring my house up to code, that gives you an opportunity to decide whether you want to buy it or not, or look for something else, even if it's a fixer-upper. Because to answer your question, if there's any mold outside of your home in what we call the siding, or inside your home with what we call the sheetrock, you have to strip that shit down to the studs. Look it up right now, and that's what it's gonna tell you. You cannot go in there and say, "Oh, brother Remy, you and the wife and kids come over because I done painted the walls and we having a housewarming party." Let me tell you something else that people haven't even thought about. We don't even know how sick some of those people may get down the road that's been going inside that building from day one. This is why this is so serious, because mold and mildew carry poisons. That's why they get schools closed down, because you cannot be fucking with kids with mold and mildew, period. They're the one and two causes of
Right.
upper respiratory problems for children. See?
Right.
Makes sense to you, brother Remy? So stop talking about he get the thing he stole from the color chart. He stole from Home Depot. Talking about we could, if Umar Johnson put them floors down, it's a waste of goddamn time and whatever $2 he had, having some crackhead put them down. Because on my mama and daddy, the building will never pass inspection. And to show you again how serious it is, the inspector don't even have to go inside the building. See what
Right.
they just
And
said? Don't even
you know,
let me break it down again to where nobody has no excuse. Brother Remy, I love you to death, my brother. The inspector don't even have to open the doors and go inside. There's enough damage outside to inside
right.
is irrelevant.
Right. But you know what I realized too? Do you think that's why they took trains out of schools? So people like Umar can do this? Because if we
Must
still
have
had
so, because let me tell you how I got into construction. Because I built my first house in the 11th grade in high school, off campus. So yeah, those trades were detrimental to the public schools. Because when I was in school, not only could you learn how to build a house, you could learn mechanical skill and go get you a job right out of high school. That's the purpose of going to school. But when they took all of those
game,
programs out of school and they start pushing, even they still do it today, they push you get more of a degree than they do you pushing a trade. See, I have degrees up to a master's degree, but guess what, Brother Remy? I've never taken care of myself outside of teaching with any one of my degrees. All of my money comes from my certificates, okay?
right,
Contractor, pit master, chef. You understand what I'm saying? See,
right,
because most people overwhelmingly do not work in the field in which they are degreed. Period. Even in my family, most people don't work in the. That's why I'm saying, if I had all the degrees that Umar brag about, like my mother used to tell my older brothers and sisters, I wouldn't tell nobody because they're useless. They're useless. And the building is a cash cow. The last thing Umar can do is lose those buildings, because the moment that those buildings are gone, that's it for him. Because eventually, as it's doing now, the speaking engagements are going to slow down. Because y'all got to remember, YouTube is worldwide. So just like you and I, Remy, and everyday people here that follow you and I, know about Umar's behavior. These colleges and institutions, they got YouTube at home. They know that Umar is under the buildings being sold and all of that. They know all of that. They know it. So
right.
as long as Umar, that's why I wasn't surprised that he kept them. Because in closing, brothers and sisters, and it's not hard to think about it. The moment those, in other words, brother, those buildings are a source of income, as crazy as that sounds. Those buildings are a source of income under the hustle and the guise of donating to a nonprofit. So you take the buildings away, what does he have left? Okay.
Nothing.
Who told you that? Not just on your show the first time, but all the shows that you've heard me on every chance I get. Umar is no different than the homeless people I feed 2 or 3 times a week at the shelters, the encampments, under the freeways. Some of the most educated people, and people don't believe this because we won't get off our ass and go visit and spend time with these people. Some of the most educated people that I've ever met in this entire, not just country, even in the slums of Africa, when I spoke there way back in 2012, are at homeless shelters that have fell down on hard times. That's why I tell people, everybody that's in a homeless camp and is in a homeless shelter is not a drug addict, is not an alcoholic. Everybody don't have family and friends that they can fall back on. There are literally people in this world, brother Remy. They are all that they have, and if their luck runs out, they're sleeping in the park.
That's basically, you know, how I was. You know, I
See,
didn't
see,
have nobody to
see,
fall back
see,
on.
see, this is what I like about you, brother Remy, because you're honest about what you've been through, and that makes a difference
Right,
because nothing beats experience. See,
right.
do you know? Do you know? This is why I try to get people to understand. The last thing Umar need to lose is not only just the buildings, but watch this, brother Remy. Even his mother losing her Section 8 apartment. He's done.
And
Where he
that's
gonna
it.
go? You gonna let him come live with you?
That's it. That's it. After that,
See where I'm going with this, brother Remy, and see how all of this simple just flows out of my mouth. I didn't research this stuff. You never see me speaking from notes. I don't need notes because I specialize in what I do. Okay.
right,
In construction, they teach you from day one, even when you're an apprentice. Your ass you better measure twice, and you better only cut once. Because if you ever measure twice and cut twice, that means you done wasted a piece of wood and a piece of sheetrock, and we sending your ass to the beach. See, just like I told you guys about those doors he got so excited about. They're hung up illegally. They have to be level going across the top. They have to be level coming down both sides. They even have to be level where they meet in the middle, where they close at, where they swing at. This is all stuff that would be on what's called a contractor's punch list. And every category of that building, if it doesn't get punched off, that means the contractor would go and work on it, because Brother Remy and the listening audience is the contractor. After every box is checked off on what's called the punch list, brothers and sisters, it's the contractor that tells the owner of the house or the property to go get the certificate of occupancy. You cannot do that on your own. This is why Malik, he keeps talking about it. He keeps talking about it. Everything Umar talks about with that building, brothers and sisters, watch this, brother. You're going to love this one because you loved it the first. It's all what's called an illusion of progress. How many times have you heard me say that on the show? Say it again, brother.
That's what I was waiting for.
I knew you were, because I knew how you responded the first time. It's all an illusion of progress. Tell Brother Remy, all we got to do is these floors, and we going to get a certificate of occupancy, knowing damn well now ain't no more contractor than been at that house than they done been at your house with your wife and your children. And the contractor is who is responsible for giving you the okay, with paperwork, to go apply for the certificate of occupancy. For the last time, I don't care how many times he's standing in front of the building, making sure you see those 4 letters across the street. Brothers and sisters, with all due respect on my parents in their grave, it's all an illusion of progress. The last thing Umar, that's why one guy calls them Umar's babies, because if Umar loses those buildings, he is done. The movie, The Money Pit with Tom Hanks, every time they put money into the house in the movie, what happened? In Tom Hanks' movie, The Money Pit, something else pops up. Now that was by accident. What y'all seeing Umar doing to his own people is on purpose, and that's why he dangerous, and that's why Huey and Dr. Collins would stump his ass, a mud hole in his ass, right next to that goddamn painted rock that he's so proud of. That's all I can tell you, brothers and sisters. Now you can take it and do whatever you want. I also told y'all, leave Umar Johnson alone. He's under investigation. In contractor's term, he's contaminated, just like the inside of that building and the mildew that you see going outside. Umar could have even spent money, brothers and sisters, on those downspouts that I'm sure y'all seen that video that brother did out of New York, where he walked the whole building. And you seen all of them. You seen how he showed what the purpose of the downspouts, brothers and sisters, is to keep the water away from the building. That's why when he's showing you those white pipes sticking up out the ground, they're not, and I don't want you to laugh, Rick, because I know you. They're not for you to sit. Yeah, they're not for you to sit a football on like you kick. The downspouts from the building are supposed to connect to those conduit pipes that you sticking up. The conduit pipes run under the ground and take the water out to the street to keep the water off the building. Why? Because mildew and mold comes from wetness. So the black that you see going down the side of those buildings, if his cheap ass even had spent money on having somebody come out and put downspouts, he could have at least kept the water off the building, away from the building, and that's less that's less daily mildew, because mildew grows like a fungus because that's what it is. But if you go back
Right.
after listening to me talk, not you, Remy, for any of your listening audience, all you got to do is match up everything that I've been saying on these lectures. Go and look at the buildings, and you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. The city inspector, when he pull up, when Umar dumbass have the audacity to call them, he not going to even ask Umar to open the building. The downspouts alone is a
So what
code
you saying?
violation.
So what you saying is like even for him to get the license of occupancy, I can't pronounce that word. I always mess up. But
Certificate of
in
it's
order
just
for him
certificate of
to get that,
occupancy. License is okay, but go
yeah,
ahead.
he has to, a contractor has to go in and inspect the building first and sign off on it, right?
Hello. That's why I keep telling you, brother. You selling yourself short. You're very smart. There you go.
No, I just wanted to confirm that for the people in the
That,
chat.
well,
I knew that.
even you need it to be confirmed is very smart of you. Yes, because this is what people that are listening to your shows don't understand, because they think everything that comes out of Umar's mouth is the truth and it's the law. He can't go down there and so apply for a certificate of occupancy. That comes from a contractor. Are you there, brother?
Yeah, my internet was glitching a little bit. What was you saying?
I said we don't the reason I'm not talking to you, the reason why I'm getting excited and emotional about it, because I want our people to understand. Stop listening to Umar, because you guys continue to treat him as if everything comes out of his mouth is the law, everything comes out of his mouth is the truth. And it's not because it is the law and it is the truth, it's what got us in trouble anyway, in terms of him going with a 15-year scam. Because you think because he says it so eloquently, it must be the truth. Umar cannot go down to the city of Wilmington offices on his own and said, I come. See, and the reason why I'm putting it like this, and you're going to agree, Brother Remy, because he makes it sound that way to fool the people. He make it sound like, Brother Remy, all I got to do is put these floors in and I can take it up on my own, like I'm going out there to apply for a driver's license and apply for a certificate of occupancy. It doesn't
Right.
work that way, brothers and sisters. It has to be signed off first by a general contractor, and a general contractor also serves as the building inspector. And unless you have what's called a punch sheet that a contractor has checked off, okay, the plumbing is good, the fire system is good, the HVAC is good. It ain't just sitting on the roof. If I turn it to AC, cold air comes out. If Brother Remy goes in there and turns it to heat, heat better come out. Okay? He got y'all thinking because the HVACs are sitting on top of the goddamn roof and they're probably connected that they work. No. If you have an HVAC system, like I have a central heating system, if I turn that to the left for air, cold air better come out. If I turn it to the right, heat better come out. And it all comes out of the ceiling in my house, and or it comes out the floor. I got two ways of central heating. Each room in my house, Brother Remy, I have a vent in the ceiling, I have a vent in the floor. Each room in my house. I cannot buy this house, get it signed off on my own using my cousin's contractor license that helped me put this house together out of Atlanta, unless that AC system works. So you guys will remember, we're not talking about a house. We're talking about a commercial building where you have separate lines for the fire extinguisher. See, just like when you flush the toilet, water should come out. Just like when you turn on the faucet, water could come out. The fire department, not the city of Wilmington, not PG&E, the fire department has to come out to make sure that if you hit this switch, that the water is going through a separate line that controls the sprinkler system. If not, they're not going to sign off on it. So what do you mean, Brother Malik, in closing? Everything else, as an example, can check off on the contractor's punch list.
Right.
But if that fire extinguisher don't work the way it's supposed to work, I can't give you a certificate of occupancy, because guess what, Brother Remy? I'll give you a certificate of open, even just to sell hot dogs, let alone the school. And the school catch on fire. The purpose of having the sprinkler system is to save as much as the building as you can until the fire department get there. So if you got a sprinkler system that don't work and you and the kids catch on fire, who you think gonna get sued?
Him.
The fire department, which means the city of Wilmington as well. And ain't nobody going to jail. Ain't nobody going to jail and getting sued for Umar or for $2 ass Umar. It's not going to happen. This is why I'm diabolically going through it the way that I'm doing in layman's terms, so our people can get away. Well, Umar said this and Umar said that, and because of the way he said it, I believe it. I don't give a damn what he said, how many different languages. Umar is not the law. You have guidelines that you have to follow if you want to open a business. Umar doesn't just want to open a business. Umar wants to open a school, which is 3 times harder than having a regular old house, because I don't have to worry about a sprinkler system in my house. You see what I'm saying, brother Remy? When I turn on my water faucets throughout my house for all the different water hoses, the water come out. The water comes through my washing machine. The water comes through the sink in my kitchen, both sides. The water coming all out of my bathroom. The temperature is right. It's cold like it's supposed to be. It's warm and hot like it's supposed to be. That's my write-off under plumbing. The pipes have been checked. There's no leakage. There's no bad pipes. I then went from copper to what we call plastic conduit to run the pipes. All of this stuff. But when you listen to Umar, brothers and sisters, I'm not talking to you, Brother Remy. When you listen to Umar, now be honest, Brother Remy, he makes it sound like it's just so easy. All we got to be, I love to hear you say it. Go ahead, Brother Remy. I love to hear you. Don't he make it just sound so easy?
It's just a walk in the park. Just all I gotta do is just put the towels down. Look at what colors you want for the bathroom.
Look at it. Look, you got me cracking up. Yeah. See? Yeah, go ahead. You're doing a good job. You sound and look just like it.
You was sitting there talking about what color you want for the bathroom. Look at the towels. Are we going to go with the zesty orange and something lime green? And I'm like, bro, what?
Okay, stop right there. You just used the bathroom as an example. Let me piggyback off of that. Paint the bathroom whatever color you want. Paint the stalls whatever color you want. Water's coming out the toilet, nice pressure and everything. The pressure is nice coming out the face bowl. But again, if the water ain't going through the goddamn sprinkler system that's a part of that building, all of that again doesn't make any difference. It doesn't matter. I keep telling y'all this. It's all an illusion of progress. Because as long as I make Remy and his wife and children look like I'm doing something that justifies me outside of the federal government on his ass, but for us ignorant folks like Remy and his family as an example, that justifies me to keep poor old Remy with all of his children, giving me 5 of his grocery money taken away from his kids. The building is a cash cow. That's all it is. It's never going to open no more than my parents, who I give anything in the world, especially my daughter, to see, no more than any three of them waking up out of their grave. Brothers and sisters, I'm not going to apologize. I'm just going to say I'm sorry. And I'm only saying I'm sorry to the thing of saying I'm sorry that you all refuse to accept the truth. It's never going to happen. All of these shows, all over the country, all over the world. I've done shows here in California, in the Bay Area, locally, Brother Remy, and on the Bay Area. This is what I'm saying. Everybody, all of these people, brothers and sisters, with common sense, cannot be wrong. It's not going to happen. Great idea, but the wrong person in charge of supposedly making it happen. Give him his credit for a great idea, but it's not going to
Hey,
happen. And we haven't even gotten to the 1964 Act that, unless it's really private, he can't discriminate and talk about he wants. Now you can have a boys' school and a girls' school, but it's hard to get past that. The 1964 based on color. We haven't even worried about that. So this is what I'm saying. We did what I keep calling, we went along to get along, because if Umar Johnson said it, being such a good speaker, it must be the truth. And Remy, okay, Brother Malik, Lynn in Honor, see, the lounge, the information man, all of these, not just on YouTube,
I think we
all
all
of these.
need to. I think
Go
we
ahead.
all need to get together. Me, Information Man, the Lounge, Lennon Honor. I think we all need to get. We all have one thing in common. I think you need to get us all together, and we need to do a big live stream on this.
You
And
mean
I think,
all of y'all audiences to come together at one time?
yeah,
That's a good idea,
yeah.
Remy, and I'll work on that, and I'm gonna need your help. But that is an excellent idea, because
No,
in
no, no.
closing,
Come on.
because in closing, Remy, and I know you know this, you still got too many people. One person supporting Umar Johnson is enough. You still got too many
Right.
people that's drinking the Kool-Aid, man,
That's
because
why I
they
think we need to
don't want.
form Voltron.
I had a brother on the show today. I heard it live say, "Well, I'm gonna stick with him because he got some kind of deal on the $30,000 payment. So maybe he'll come through." I'm telling you what I heard on the show before I got the notification from your show. This is why I'm going in so hard over and over again. And remember, these are not college and high school. These are grown ass men and women. The man told on the show today live, told me, because of what he don't even know what kind of deal Umar got to put the auction off, but that was enough. And I respect him for being, that was enough for him to stick with Umar one more time, Brother Remy. This is what's going on out here, man. I keep telling y'all, you have people in this country, men and women, that look like you and I and our children, that treat Umar better than they will treat their father disabled with dementia in a wheelchair. They cannot let him go. They cannot let him. And I've never in
Yes.
all of my years seen anything like it before. Because when Dr. Khaled left the nation, I left the nation. When Dr. Khaled left the new Black Panther Party, you see what I'm saying, Brother Remy? I left. I don't need to see no more, because I knew that all of it was going to turn into a shit show. See? Buying all of these
I was
bullets,
going to ask you
all of
about.
these uniforms, and ain't
I was
nobody
going to
shot
ask you
nobody
about.
yet. Say it
I
again,
was going
brother.
to ask you about that. I was going to
That
ask you
well, that's
about
why. You ain't
what
gotta
was your
ask me.
experience with that, and I was waiting
When
till we
Dr.
got off the
when
Umar.
Dr. Khaled left the nation, I left the nation. Dr. Khaled called me with the new Black Panther Party. I went with him. When Dr. Khaled died, I turned in my recognition, because I don't go along to get along. I'm not walking around here with guns where I might as well have plastic bullets, because we ain't shooting at no goddamn body. I don't roll like that. I'm a student of Huey, came up in a home in West Oakland from no nonsense Louisiana parents. So I don't compromise. So did nobody have to tell me? I didn't have to wait, Brother Remy. When Dr. Khaled was set down in the nation by the minister, my ass sat down. When Dr. Khaled died and turned it over to Malik Shabazz, Brother Malik got his ass up out of there, and I never looked back. And I have no regrets. And what outstanding are they doing? Absolutely nothing. Because Dr. Khaled is the goddamn engine that made that car go, and don't let nobody ever tell you nothing different. And I knew, and I'm sure you did, and I knew from my experience as a child with Huey that once Dr. Khaled left, it wasn't gonna be about shit. Now let me ask you a question. What have they done? All of this shit. Now you got immigrants. Back in June, you had 6 illegal immigrants killed that black woman for her car in front of her 2 children. Nobody said nothing about it. Nobody did anything about it. Just last week, you had the immigrant, which the street law soldiers go to that house every day. What's that sister name? Dora Carrington? That other immigrant? You see the street law soldiers out there with our leader, General Tashaka, leading by example. If you're not going to do the work, brother, I am not a talk but no walk man. I am not a soldier about words and no action. If you ain't putting in no work, I'm one of them people, Brother Remy. If I'm on a job, you got to keep me busy, or I'm going home.
Right.
You understand where I'm going with this? I'm not a milk the clock. I'm not a milk the clock guy. Well, why are you going home, Malik? Just kick back. I can't roll like that. I'm high energy, man. I got to do what I got to do. No, I'd rather clock out early and take that time and go do what I really like to do. Don't have me on no job and talk about burn the clock. I don't roll like that. See? But I'm not part of this new age though either, and I have no regrets about it. None.
So when Khalid Mohammed transitioned, how did you feel? I feel as though, I'm not gonna lie, I think Farrakhan had something to do with that.
I think a whole lot of people, and it's okay for you to feel that way, because I think to this day, still a whole lot of people absolutely had something to do with it. Absolutely. That's why when he died one day, I left the next. That's how serious I am about this. He died the day he died. I turned in my resignation letter to Malik Shabazz the very next day. See, because I knew it was going to turn into a shit show, just like we got this shit show of 15 years with Umar Johnson. At $1.2 million and absolutely nothing positive, nothing to show for it. Why would you believe in Umar Johnson to the point that he had a $40,000 tax and fee bill attached to a building? Common sense should tell you, I'm not going to believe in Remy no more. If I done gave Remy $1.2 million, why in the fuck is Remy getting notices put on his door? That's common sense. It's not rocket science or brain surgery, but we just can't let go. We just can't let. Now, does that not make sense? Now, let me leave y'all with this. And I meant to do this earlier, but we got off track. I'm going to reverse the psychology of the building. Let's use the $1.6 million. He paid $400,000 for it. Let's just leave it at a flat $400,000. I'm going to start with you, Remy. Take your time. And obviously, I'm talking to the listening audience. Now, remember, so you won't be confused, we're working with the $1.6 million that we know he reported to the IRS that anybody can pull up and look at. Deduct the $400,000. That's a 1 point. That's what? That's how much you got left. You got $800,000 left. Am I correct? 800,000 roughly.
Uh-huh.
Let me ask you a very simple question using the building in reverse psychology. Do you see Brother Remy, Brenda's baby, and his listening audience? Do you see $800,000 worth of work at those bandos? Let me get some more water.
No.
Take your time. Now see how I reverse that. Because I don't want no excuses, Brother Remy. Do you see $800,000 worth of work at those buildings? A very simple question.
Not
Take
even
your time. I'll be right back.
This man even had his donors paint the building over top of the mold. That's when I was like, yeah, this school not over. This school is not opening. Once I seen them old folks out there.
This my last segment. This my last segment. What's your answer, brother Remy? We're gonna start with you, the host of the show. Do you see $800,000 worth of work over those bandos?
No. Listen, once I seen them old folks out there painting the building, his donors, I was like, that's it. But this is living proof. He had his donors, elderly people out there painting it.
With all due respect, don't distract the audience. Do you see $800,000 worth of work at those bandos? It's a very yes. And all I'm doing, I'm reversing it so the people don't have any excuses because most of them appear to not understand or even research what the terminology means when I say illusion of progress. That's why I broke it down. That is the buildings is Umar's income through his hustle. Do you see the balance from the 1.2 million dollars anywhere in that building? Do you see a state of the art building that he damn near cussed Lord Jamar out? Talking about $13 million renovation, state of the art. I'm simply asking the audience a yes or no question. Do you see any of the? Okay. So besides all of the other shit that we didn't fail for, that we shouldn't have had to, I didn't gave it to you using the same money. I just gave it to you in a different way. See, take 800, take 400,000 out of 1.2 million. That means you have roughly 800,000. Now this is just on the 1.6 that we know about. Where is $800,000, brother Remy? Please tell me so I can go dig my parents up out their grave and my daughter and tell all three of them. Where's 800,000? Say it again.
In his crack pipe.
No, I'm asking you, is it in the building? It must be in the building because he got the public thinking that he just got to drop the floors and it's $800,000 worth of work besides the floors that need to be done. I'm just asking a question.
I think that $800 went to his plane tickets, his crack pipe, his clothes, them rented cars, them trips he been taking, and that half white baby he got over there in South Africa.
Say it again. I keep telling these people, and I'm glad you brought that up because now be honest, brother Remy. Give me my credit. Not that that's what I'm here for. Am I not one of the first people that was bold enough to tell the entire world that Umar Johnson loved white women? Give me my credit, bro. I told y'all. How do you know, Malik? Because I learned from the best. Everything that a man like Umar Johnson speaks against, that's what he does. He just does it. He just does it when he goes out of the country, brothers and sisters, because he knows exactly. He knows there's exactly. He knows there's less. He knows there's less chances of somebody catching him in the company of a white woman in the States versus being out the country. What the fuck does Umar keep going to Switzerland for? I know some black folks over there. What the fuck is he going over there to get his white women, black people?
I keep saying that.
You did say that. You did. I remember you did say that. You sure did.
Overseas.
Yeah, what you going over there for? He got y'all thinking he going over there to speak. A lot of this shit Umar be inviting himself to, brothers and sisters. So when he going to Sweden and all that, he's going to see white women. The woman told y'all, what do this woman that made that movie has to lie? Umar not only originally wanted to sleep with the young girl naked in the little sex scene, he requested a white woman. But here we go, brother. Here we go, brother Remy. How did he get us? Snow bunnies never, black queens
Black
forever.
women forever.
And we use that as a shield to think, well, this dude really don't like white women. Yes, he
Right,
do.
right.
Just like his father, Mr. Johnson, left his mama in the house with all 7 of the kids and married a white woman. Bless her soul, but she's dead. That's right. Umar Johnson's stepmother is a white woman. Uh-huh. Mouth stuck open. That's right.
No, I know you fucking lying. You
I'm,
serious?
I'm This my rep, man. Come on.
That's crazy,
Who was
yo.
on the show? Who was on the show? Was I not on the show with Huey's son last? Did he disagree with anything? Umar Johnson's father left him and the 7 Johnsons in the house with his mama and married a white woman.
Oh, maybe that's what his vendetta is about. But he
I
got
keep telling you. And when I was saying that, bro, even before all of this happened recently, nobody wanted to listen to me because again, we got caught up into this black queens forever, snow bunnies never. Umar has a niece. One of his sister's daughters got married year before last that married a white woman and didn't invite Umar to the goddamn wedding. I keep telling y'all this. Umar is he's everything that he speaks against. Didn't you see the video where he's going into the store and the people asked him if he was getting his usual bottle of gin that day, and he said he was gonna hold on? I keep telling. All right then, man. All right, okay then. Okay then. I'm just telling y'all, man. Y'all can keep going with
ancestors.
Yeah, not he said, oh no, not he remember he even used the ancestors for that. See, I keep telling y'all, this is not brain surgery. If you go to college and if you go to school and listen to your professors and pass and get a degree, why y'all can't listen to people like me telling you about what Umar has done and will continue to do as long as you allow it? He is everything that he speaks against. He loves white women. He eats pork, pig fat, pig feet, and anything else you give his ass. And like the girl and so many women have told me, he'll put his wee, he'll put a Shango stick in anything with a hole in it that opens up. I keep telling y'all this.
Yo, I'm telling you, somebody told me what Eddie Murphy said about McJagger. Umar come to your house, the fish stop swimming.
There you go. Okay then. Didn't you see Tasha K drag his ass?
Drag.
What did she tell you? She told you the same thing. Umar will put his Shango stick in any goddamn thing with a hole in it. I keep telling y'all this. I'm surprised, Remy. I didn't know that you didn't know that Umar's father was married to a. That's what a resentment comes with his father. Put 2 and 2 together like you did, sir. That's what a resentment comes. He never married the mother. That's why Umar's birth name is Shoemake. His mother didn't even put him in his father's name because he didn't marry her. This goes on in black families every day. But y'all think because it's Umar, Umar's name is Jermaine Shoemake. Umar's mother name is Barbara Shoemake. Umar's father is the only reason why Umar Johnson is in his father's name, because you know how we are as fathers about our children. Okay? Right. The only reason why Umar's last name is Johnson is because of his father, as a way to make up for his not marrying his mother. And most men don't want their children in the mother's name. And Mr. Johnson, as a military sergeant, is no fucking different. But yes, brothers and sisters, Umar Johnson's father, Mr. Johnson, left his mother and Umar and his other 6 siblings and went and moved in and married a white woman and was married to her the day she died and took her last breath. It's all research information. Woo! I didn't know you didn't know that, brother. And I'm sharing this because this will also help you guys understand why he moves the way that he does. And I do remember
Right.
you saying about him going over when we didn't even know each other that well, and you did say that about Sweeten, and I was surprised because you are the only person I had met at the time that was on those out of the country trips. What the who in the fucking Africa in English want to hear anything Umar Johnson
I
got to
said
say,
that too.
and he's
He was
talking
from
about everything that goes
Scandinavia.
on in Africa. His trips
He
to
said
Africa is to
Scandinavia.
see them baby mamas and white women.
I didn't understand. I'm like Scandinavia, Switzerland, Germany.
Exactly.
What?
Now, guess what? Now, watch this. Now, watch this, brother. Not using myself as a gauge, but I've traveled all over the world, and I've never been to some of those countries that Umar because I have no reason to go there. Even though there's black people
You
there,
go there.
there's not enough. There's not enough for me to have a reason to go there, even for vacation.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like,
And I got to give you credit, brother. I do remember the first time I met you, you did mention that. Yes, you did, brother. I got to give you credit for that. And
that's
I'm
what I'm
glad
saying.
because our people don't get it. Now, have you noticed? Not only is he not in front of the building anymore, he ain't taking no trips. Why? See,
They gonna
because
catch
the
you.
because the Remy's of the world, and do you know it's $5,000 a whop, round trip to go to Africa? You know the sorry motherfucker is flying first class with the meal. Who you think was paying for that?
The meal. Yeah, them. Yo,
That's
that's
I
that's
travel,
crazy.
brother Remy. It's $5,000 on a cheap airline round trip, first class. Who you think paying for that? And Remy is up there. Y'all comment,
Bro,
man. That show is a nice jacket you got on, doctor. That show is some nice shoes. That show is a nice dashiki. You paid for it,
let
damn
me
fool.
looked up his jacket. The jacket was like $200. I'm
I
like,
done told you.
yo,
I
you
done
know what I
told you.
noticed? He always talking about the struggle in Africa, but you notice he only visits South Africa. He never visits those struggling parts that he's talking about. It's
And let
always
me let me one up you something better than that. Watch this. Why you never see him talk about even lying and posting about asking them Africans for anything? Because
because it,
where you think scamming come from? That's where it
Africa,
comes from.
Nigeria.
See? Now we love Marcus Garvey and we got to give Marcus Garvey his credit, but Marcus Garvey scammed black people, just like Umar Johnson. Black people don't want to talk about
I,
that. All
I
we
don't
want
know if
is
you
the
saw it.
good. See?
I don't know if you saw it. I had Frederick Douglass' great nephew on here,
Yeah, I
um,
did see that. I did see that.
and
Yeah,
I heard some things about Frederick Douglass, and I was
that's
kind of nervous that he heard what I said because I heard some things about Frederick Douglass too.
this is what I and the reason why people don't pay attention, the reason why people don't know this stuff, brother, unless you have these people on your show, is because I'm gonna say it again. We take the words of Umar Johnson as if they are the Bible, the Quran, the Torah, as if because he said it, it just has to be true. I don't care what Remy say. I don't care how many shows Malik go on YouTube. I don't care how many radio stations he done been locally right there in his home state and city of California and the Bay Area and Stockton. If Umar Johnson said it, it must be the truth. Look at how he sit there and got on Father David's show and
That
blamed
was embarrassing.
everybody but himself. And let me show you how
That was embarrassing.
irresponsible again we are as a person. Because not one time did you hear him say he got his lazy ass in the car and drove down there to the goddamn facility? Everything
Fact.
he sit there and told the people as see, this is the stuff we don't pay attention to. Who do you know? Even this person right here that said no trips Sunday. I don't even know the person, but with all due respect, you not gonna tell me that this person is not at some point gonna get off their ass and pay a physical bill, a visit to a place that has to do with their business. In this case, Umar and some bandos. Why, Malik?
Like,
Because everything he
hold on,
said,
Malik.
he said
I
what?
got
It was
one
either a
more.
phone, it was either email or a phone call.
Hold on, I
See,
got one up on you on this. When have you ever heard a bill collector ignoring the person trying to pay their bills in
thank you.
America?
And if you notice, he set it up as if he was supposed to get special treatment. Well, brother Bubba, they raising the thing up to $12,000, as if
They
he's the
raised it
only
back.
one
Got
that's
the
gonna
bill.
pay 12,000. As if he's the only one that's gonna pay 12,000. Now let me show y'all how slick he is, even on that. Because brother Remy, if you plan on opening a building and your heart and soul is to get those buildings off the abandoned list, you don't care about the abandoned property fee going from 5,000 to 12,000. You see how
Right.
we miss shit? Now tell me I'm not lying. I'm not telling the truth. If you in a hurry to open a building, I don't give a damn if they raise it to 24,000, because I ain't gonna be on the list no more. You know why he's
I
working?
didn't catch that.
You
I
see what
wasn't
I'm saying?
talking
You didn't even catch that. See how he told on itself? Because
about
if you're fighting to open a building, if it's in your heart and soul, you don't give a damn how much they raise in the what's your name,
the
because
notable
your
movement.
intention after 6 years, your intention is to get them off. Look at how he whines about the vacant property fees going up 7,000. If this don't tell people with common sense that this shit is a scam and a game and the buildings are a money pit, I don't need to go on no more shows and tell them, because it's like me talking to going here and paint my house again and watching the damn paint dry. It's all a game, brothers and sisters. So, brother Remy, whatever questions you have, if you have any more, go ahead. But I'm gonna go ahead, man. It's dinner time. Get these boys together for school and all that, even though they're young adults.
Got one question.
Man, I appreciate you having me on the show. I'm gonna tell you the same thing I tell everybody else. I don't have to be on your show for you to reach out. You
I
know how
know.
to get in
And they
touch
got
with
the
me.
number.
I
They got the
got
social
your
media.
information from the last time I was on your show, locked in my phone. If there's anything I can do for you, any advice I can give you, any question that a listener may have, call your big uncle, man, and I'll do whatever I
Not gonna
can to
lie,
help you,
I
brother.
geeked out when you came on my show because I I consider you as a part of Black history, like
I
up there.
appreciate that, man. And a lot of
And
people have. I appreciate that,
so
man.
to
I
have your
do.
number and to be able to contact you, it I couldn't
Well,
believe it myself.
I just have to keep it real, man, because I want my people to know I'm speaking from the heart, and I get emotional about this because I'm a
I do too. I
revolutionary,
got
man.
so emotional.
I'm an old school revolutionary, and I want my people to know I hurt that this happened to us,
Right.
because it didn't have to happen, and
It
and
did.
and more importantly, if it was any other kind of race, it would the white folks would have shut it down on their own long before it came to this. So once again, we have this saying that we don't have any friends. You really don't have any
Oh,
friends when your own people are unfriending you because of the way they treat you. And I'm gonna
it's
say this
crazy.
one more time, if I don't say anything else, because this is something that our people cannot grasp and get the importance of the damage that is done. Black men and women, as a former student of the late great Dr. Huey Percy Newton, black men and women, as a former student under the leadership of the great Dr. Khalid Muhammad, black men and women, as a former member of the Nation of Islam under the teaching of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, peace be upon him, and the leadership of Minister Louis Farrakhan and also Dr. Khalid Muhammad. Black men and women, as the current West Coast Regional Chairman of the Street Law Soldiers based out of Washington, D.C., under the Honorable Tashaka Sankofa. Black men and women, as also the current West Coast Regional Chairman of the Black Beret Liberation Movement under the leadership of the Honorable Malik El Ghani out of Phoenix, Arizona. And as a black man that has walked the streets of the ghettos all over this country and the world, a black man and a black woman that has access to you is more dangerous than any white supremacist, any any form of white privilege. And of course, racism that we know is not going anywhere because it was built, this country was stolen and built, not only off the backs of our ancestors, but off of racism. But we have to, our people are of no good if we have Umar Johnson helping the white man do damage to his own people. And if anybody in the world has convinced you, brothers and sisters, that a black man should get a pass, you're absolutely positively wrong. And I'm speaking from the heart. And that's why, Brother Remy, and I appreciate you asking me. I appreciate you asking me out of all the questions that you asked me. You said, Brother Malik, what would Dr. Khaled and Dr. Huey do to Umar Johnson? And what did I tell you? It would have never happened.
Never.
And if it slipped by them, brothers and sisters, and he even attempted to start it for the last time, they would have stumped his ass and laid him next to that proud red, white, and green black rock that he got in front of those bandos. Because they understand what you all
Right.
refuse to want to understand and accept. When a person has access to you, it's worse than white supremacy, it's worse than racism, and it's worse than racism. Under one word, and you don't have to make a whole dictionary or a whole book out of it. I'm going to continue to say the same word. Access or accessibility. Because he blends in and he can walk among his people and don't have to hide. We must eliminate our race of all Umar Johnson, and it's much deeper than bringing down the black man. This is a disease that
When
is
he
running rampant
when he said
among our
that
people.
10%,
Say it
he was
again.
talking about himself. That
Say it again.
10% for good, he was talking about himself.
That's what I'm talking about, brothers and sisters. So I'm ending this conversation like this because not just for Umar, but there's a whole lot, even in some of our families, that take advantage of the word access and accessibility and run rapid, doing harm to brothers and sisters that look like them. And remember, brothers and sisters, I'll find the tape and tell Brother Rem which one it is. Out of all the shows I've been on, out of all the comments I've read, out of all the phone calls that I've taken being the guest on the show, I'm going to tell y'all one more time. When two black women, one a middle-aged woman and one an elder, the middle-aged woman said, I paid $5 less
That's
on my
horrible.
bill to donate to Umar Johnson. An elder lady came in and made it clear, I'm on a fixed income. I get no food stamps, Brother Remy, in the listening audience. But I bought $10 less grocery to give to Dr. Umar. Brothers and sisters, we cannot allow and continue to allow this to happen. And I'm
That's
not going to
heartbreaking.
apologize. It's not okay. Say that word again, brother. It's absolutely heartbreaking
Heartbreaking.
because all you have to do is the same thing that I tell people when they try to understand how does a parent feel losing a child. You can't understand technically until it actually happens to you, but you can do what's called use your imagination. Imagine you getting a phone call in the middle of the night. Those calls always come in the middle of the night. And your beautiful daughter, your firstborn, laying in the bed with her husband, goes into a diabetic coma and dies before 3 of her children out of my 13 that she left me. Put yourself in my position with that and put yourself into countless other men, women, and children that gave their last for 15 years later with $40,000 bills attached to the door. Umar Johnson has nothing to show and give you but words that feeling that make you feel good temporarily and tug at your emotions. Brother Remy, may the blessings of the ancestors be with you and your family. May you continue to do what you're doing. And I'm saying it to you, and I'm saying it in front of your listening audience again. Big Uncle Malik, the OG from West Oakland, California, is a phone call, an inbox away if you need me. Thank you for the opportunity
I
to talk to
appreciate
our people. Thank you for asking the questions that you asked to also help further educate the people that it's not okay and it must not, it cannot, and it will not happen again. I'm El Malik Abdul Muhammad to some, El Abdul El Malik to others, but across the country and the world, I'm known as the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Assalamu alaikum to my Muslim brothers and sisters out there. God bless you to white Jesus, to you Christians out there. Peace, love, and light to those of you that have come into the knowledge of self. Ashe.
I appreciate you so much.
And take care of those babies, man. It makes me
I do.
emotional to see your daughter sitting up there holding you, and you so proud, man, because
I
that's
do.
what parenting is about. It doesn't matter what you're doing. Kids don't care about that. All
Nope.
those kids know on that show is that they daddy. Tell me this OG don't know what he's talking about. That's
That's
daddy.
all it is.
They
If you
don't
look
care
for
about
it,
no show.
honestly, they
They
all
don't
through
care
my
about
life.
who on the show. They don't care about what you talking about. They're
Nope.
innocent children and they want to be with their daddy. And
Yeah.
just put that in the same context as these are innocent, overwhelmingly black women that believed in Dr. Umar. And not only has he left them down, but let me leave y'all with something that a lot of us a lot of us have still not yet said. He has yet to take responsibility and even
Anything.
apologize. And even apologize. Love you, brother. Shower time, dinner time. I'm out. Peace, love, and light. Thank you for having me. And give your girl, if she not listening, your assistant, give that sister my love from Uncle
I
Malik.
will. I
I'm out.
will. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. Wow. I expected to play a video. What time is it? I can still play a little something of that video. This is 10:20. Yeah, I can play a little something of that video. Appreciate you. Shout out to El Malik Muhammad. Unc. El Malik Muhammad, that's my uncle now. Fuck y'all. Don't hate. That's my uncle. My uncle Black Panther, nigga. What you want to say? Say now. But shout out to Uncle Malik. For real. We just popped in the chat, man. I inboxed him. We supposed to do the interview a couple weeks ago, but a lot of shit happened in between that. But he popped in and was like, "Yo, we can do this now." And he gave me what I needed, and I appreciate him for that, man. I appreciate him for that. That if y'all don't understand, Malik Muhammad, El Malik Muhammad, was an underling, a student of Khalid Muhammad, Farrakhan, Huey P. Newton. He studied directly under Huey P. Newton. This man is a part of history, black history. So to have Frederick Douglass, great great nephew, or great great great, however many greats, no disrespect, I don't know how many greats he is. To have him on my show, and then to have El Malik Muhammad on my show, that is just, come on, man. Y'all know y'all know Remy get emotional. Y'all know Remy get emotional. Got the camera. Got the camera, goddamn it. Y'all know I get emotional. Nah, but for real, that hit me, bro. I ain't gonna lie. That's a very important interview. I feel like, people Pharaoh said he made history. I think that was history. You know, I interviewed a person that was that was out there when Black history was being made. I interviewed the great nephew of somebody who made Black history. So, you know, that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. But let's get to this video that I was planning on playing because Remy want to go be a horn toad. Eyebrows. So I'm gonna play this video for y'all real quick. I think it's like 2 or 3 of them Jones. Lene Stacks went on the lounge. Oh wait, the lounge is live right now. Let me see what she talking about. Let me see what she talking about. She talking about.
With it and stuff like that.
I ain't gonna lie.
But y'all, it's crazy. And me, but don't. I mean, y'all, this.
Nah, she ain't talking about what I'm talking about. So let's go to the lounge. Y'all heard that they let out Why the Bull Killed Charlie Kirk, but I ain't even you know, get it. I ain't look at it. I ain't really, so I ain't going, you know, I'm gonna get some more information on that before I just jump out the window on that. I wanna Manny, you missed it, bro. You missing these good interviews. Umar's stepmom is a white woman. My uncle El Malik came through. Black. Yeah, Africa First. I put it in the chat. I said thank you for the $5 donation for the $5. You know what I mean? That go a long way. It could be a fucking 25 cents. That shit go a long way. Africa First. I saw it. I put it in the chat. I said thank you. Well, I said I appreciate it. I don't know if you saw it right after you sent it, but if you didn't see me put it in the chat, I'm telling you now, I appreciate it. If anybody want to hit the Cash App, hit the PayPal, listen at the top of the chat. You know what I mean? But let's get into this Lene Stacks interview. She broke it down. Nah, it's all good. It's all good. It's all good, Manny. You here now. But let's get into this Lene Stacks John. Let me see. Here we go. There we go. Something.
Like look at everything, but
Yeah.
I got into the.
I'm not gonna lie. The lounge lady, she's very pretty, very pretty. But the I can't get with that. All this right here. I'm not trying to be disrespectful. I want to let you know. If you see this, the lounge, I really am not trying to be disrespectful. But I've seen you in other looks, and you're very beautiful. The head thing, I mean, walking around the house, that's cool. I mean, I'm pretty sure you was just chilling in the crib and all that. But for the interview, I think you should have, you know, maybe your hair wasn't done and all that. Maybe that was the case. I don't know, but I think you should have, you know, hit one of these on them. You know, the audience don't mind. You know, you hit one of them on them. It would just, you know, a little, it make your forehead look big. That's all I'm saying. It just make your forehead look big. I'm not trying to disrespect you because I think you're very beautiful. Very. Eyebrows. I just think that look made your forehead look a little, just a little bit. That's all I'm saying. No, don't do that, Nancy. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. He said, "Stop fucking it." No. You ain't got to do all that. Excuse my typos. Black Power. Oh, hours of the day I was on the. Please look good. Yeah. Salute. And yo, like I said, it was an honor to have you on my show, man. I never thought that I could get at the slightest, not even my subconscious, did I ever think that I could get somebody like you who actually is out there doing the work and you're a part of Black history, man. I don't think you understand how important you are when it comes to Black history. You might understand it, but you are, to somebody like me who is a Black history fanatic, like bruh, you gonna make me emotional again, man. But all jokes aside, bro, I'm honored. Little old Remy, I'm just little old Rocky. Telling you motherfuckers, no matter who comes on this show, I'm little old Remy. So when it happens, all right, let's get to this video.
The bathroom, I washed my hands in the sink, and I came back down. I was trying to walk fast. I didn't want to sound like I was walking slow, like she's just up there being nosy or whatever. Oh God, girl. Oh,
wait, hold on. Okay. I got another.
I hate talking about this house.
I got. Okay, well, let's switch on from the house. Okay, let's take our mind off the house, girl. Let's take our mind off the house, girl, for one hot second. Okay. What about his shango? Did you polish or gummy his shango?
I did. I didn't know about the house though. Oh my God, that turns my stomach. Every time people talk about I like it, it turns my damn stomach.
People do what they do behind closed doors.
Yeah,
I'm saying is, I'm just thinking about this hamster cage situation.
That's what I'm talking about. Like I've literally put you in my mouth. Oh God. I don't want to talk.
Oh my God, we need to send you some.
Girl, needless to say, I went to the dentist. I didn't even. I had to go to the dentist.
My bad, y'all. She cooking something in the air fryer. I want some of that shit. My daughter just slammed the door, being a little dickhead. She mad because I don't want to. I told her to go to bed. Like, this is crazy. I told her to go to bed. She gonna slam the door. You lucky I'm going out there whooping her little ass.
And I got all that. I got a deep cleaning.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't never see the house. Okay, so let me set this up for you so you understand.
Okay.
Okay, so I link up with him the first time I go out there. We kicking it. It's Umar.
Okay.
I never saw his house.
Okay.
I've been out there. What is that? The third trip. The third trip is when he had the third trip was the last trip, and that's the one that he had the wreck in Atlanta.
Oh, okay.
Never seen the house. We've been sexing and doing everything in between. Yeah, baby.
Oh, so y'all were clapping cheeks. You were shining his
shango,
we was gumming his shango. But
doing
it wasn't until you seen his mother's house, and he was evidently staying there. And when you found out that he had really he was living in a hamster cage.
Yeah, he asked me to take care of his mother.
Mm-hmm.
I agreed.
Mm-hmm.
And then I went back out to Philly. He put me up in a room. I was supposed to go straight from the airport to the house.
Mm-hmm.
He put me up in a room.
Okay, so he paid. So he paid for the room.
Yeah, he paid for the room. He paid for
Okay.
Only thing I paid for is when I went out there because of the first visit.
Okay.
I'm old school. If I don't like you, you don't pay for that because I want to get the hell out of Dodge if I need to get the hell out of Dodge.
And I do respect that. You know, you're talking to somebody long distance. You know, you pay for yourself to go.
I have no intentions with him. Yeah, I'm not looking for him to be my man or anything like. This is just a space that we're in for sexual activities. But he's the only person I'm with. And I'm not sleeping with anybody else at that time.
Okay.
So
oh lady, just tell us he knocked the dust off that coochie. For real. Like all the bullshit. Like you was up front at first, you know, and we appreciated that. Because there are some of you, there are those of you who realize that Brother Umar wants you to give generously to his Shango stick. And people ask, why don't help these little boys, but he fucking all they mamas? Why come all these women is coming out of nowhere complaining about Umar? Don't ask. Don't ask. I say, don't ask. No question. Just get them cookies. Nigga, did you get the mom over there? Tell them to meet me in my office. Nigga, get the mom over there and tell them to meet me in my office in 30 minutes. And we'll have a B selection from a choir.
Yeah, so I'm going out there visiting. So when I go back out, he takes me to the house. This is when I'm taking care of the mother. This is when he lets me in the house. So I finally get in the house. Once we get in the house, the only time I did once after Valentine's Day, and I regret it.
Wow.
He was coming in from out of town, and we linked up. But after I seen the house, there was nothing. We went into a different kind of area. We were more like friends.
Okay.
So I wasn't interested in linking with him or anything. This is when we set up the trip to Miami to go to the gala. This is where I found who I'm with now.
He was
okay. So
stop that. Oh wait, pause. So you taking donor money to take trips to Miami. Hold on, brother Malik. Oh, I ain't got my glasses. Let me get my glasses real quick so I can see what the hell you telling me. That's why I ain't been really looking at the chat. I ain't have my glasses on. So I'm trying to leave, but now you got me hollering stop. I keep telling you, those of you who realize that Brother Marcus Garvey and Brother Frederick Douglass want you to give generously to FDMG, and people ask, why come Umar getting all these trips to Africa? Why come Umar got all these rental cars? How come Umar ain't put none of his own money into the school? Don't ask, I say. Don't ask, I say. Don't ask. No questions. Just run them donations. Nigga, did you get the Cash App around that side? Nigga, get the PayPal around the left too. Make sure you get it. Now we'll have B selection from the PayPal account.
Okay, so you did go to the gala.
Yeah, I
Okay.
went back dating. I was back dating. And but
Okay,
the only
so
thing was different was I was still like chatting with him because I was, we kind of got a little bit closer. I took care of his mom and stuff like that. So, but it wasn't, I had no intentions on going back into that space for
Just
anything sexual.
Okay. So let me ask you this. How many times did you meet up with him in person?
Yeah, I'll sleep with your wife.
Before he asked you, before it was.
I'll sleep with your wife Tuesday is her, yeah. I forgot to ask I forgot to ask Unc that, man. I wish y'all would have reminded me. I forgot to ask Unc that. Oh, if you still in the chat, Unc, you know he slept with somebody's wife? Almost ruined the family? Oh, my stud, bro. I gotta give me a leg on these glasses, man. So I can be able to see. If you still in the chat, I forgot to ask you that. Why didn't y'all remind me? Manny, you brought it up. You wasn't even here. So you get a pass on that. Rest of y'all, why didn't y'all remind me?
The first time you took care of his mother? Like, was it one time, 2 times?
Including the event, it was 4 times.
Okay.
Then after the event, I went out there 3 times on sexual things. But once he called me out after to take care of the mom, I saw the house. It was one time after Valentine's Day, and I regret it. I regret that.
Okay.
But he was coming straight he wasn't coming.
She said it only took one time to see that house. And the coochie was a wrap. He didn't get no more coochie after that. He didn't get no more cooter after that. She saw the house one time. No more cooter. Damn. Damn, son. Where'd you get that from?
I don't know. I can't even explain that one. That was just me being
a freak
stupid. Yeah, I was stupid. But I never after that, I have text messages where he's like, I want it, and I'm like, no, we're gonna stick to your mama. We're gonna get this house cleaned up. Because then I was like, I'm gonna get the house cleaned up. We're gonna help him get his stuff together.
But what I don't get is how he didn't get the hint. Like when she texting you, trying to get some of that. You know what I mean? You trying to get some of that meow. You trying to get some of that meow. And she tell you, nah, we need to clean the house up. Right then and there, she think I'm a dirtball. I don't know. People from Philly. I don't know how it is outside of Philly, but being called a dirtball is equivalent to being called a nut ass nigga. And being called a nut ass nigga in Philly is like a white dude walking up to you and saying, "You fucking nigger," in your face. That's the equivalent of all that. That's what that means. Being called if somebody call you a nut ass nigga out here, that's like a white dude walking up to you saying, "You fucking nigger," and hogging a loogie in your face. Being called a dirtball out here is the same thing. It's like the same thing as being called a nut ass nigga. You don't want to be called that out here. I don't know how it is out there and in other places. So if a woman you hitting that in the hotel, and then you bring it to the house, and after you bring it to the house, you hit her up. Yo, what's up? And she say, "Nah, we gotta clean up the house." She calling you a dirtball. That's how. I don't know how you ain't see that shit, bro. You from Philly? She calling you a dirtball. Nah. We ain't doing all that. We gotta get the house straight and help with your mom. What? So what you trying to say? That'd been my reaction. But I don't have that problem because I ain't no fucking dirtball. I don't hoard shit.
Straight, he'll be able to find his 2 wives, and then somebody will take over this situation, but he'll have a clean slate for them to come into.
Okay.
As a friend, I'm leaving you in a better place than what I found you.
Okay,
This is what
I
I'm
can
thinking.
respect that.
I'm not gonna lie. My computer room is a little messy. That's because I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Damn, I got 16 pairs of shoes. It's just lined up. They lined up neatly, but goddamn, I didn't realize I had all these fucking shoes. Like cussing me out about all fucking shoes all the time. But that's the only reason. It's a little messy. I still gotta put the desk over here. Watch, you'll see the difference when I put the desk because I'm gonna be in the camera like this. And I won't have to keep picking up my goddamn mouse from it falling off my goddamn.
Okay, I can respect that. So, okay, now, since you didn't sign his shingle, did he return the favor, honey bunny?
Yeah. we did a lot of stuff. We did a lot of stuff. Oh my God. We did a lot of stuff.
So he was saying that he said, because we were waiting, he said, I'll take a lie detector test. And we still waiting on the lie detector test. But he said he'll take a lie detector test because he said he did not return the shingle favor. Maybe it was a shingai, and for the ladies, a shingai maybe, and for him it's a shingo. So did he polish the shingai?
Yes, and I'm gonna tell you something. One of the girls came to me. She said, "Girl, I knew you wasn't lying because of what you said. He's not good at it. He's not a good person. He's not good at it. Okay. I don't have any privacy between me and this man. So I'm gonna turn over everything and tell whatever. I have no privacy."
She said he wanted to eat the booty like groceries, but he wasn't good at it. Bro, how you that old? Bro, how you that old? You ain't good at eating no coochie, bro. You can't be past 30 and ain't learn how to eat it properly. I mean, every woman got a different, but when you want with a woman more than after the 3rd time, you should know what to do, where to lick it, and how she like it, bro. Like, are you serious? You would. That's why he said that. Now I know why he said that. Oh, her fish tank smell like blah blah blah. Because you ain't know how to eat it right, and she told you, and it hurt your feelings. You didn't know how to eat that butt right, and it hurt your feelings because she told you. You knew she wasn't feeling it, and then she told you. So his first excuse was, nah. Oh shit, I didn't mean to do that. Nah, her butt stink, and blah blah blah. Nah, it wasn't that. You ain't eat it right. We'll watch later. That's all that was. You ain't eat it right. And you butthurt. And the thing about it is, you call her the throat goat, so that means she knew what she was doing, but you didn't.
So yeah, I don't have no privacy, but he's not good at it. When she came to me, she was like, "That's how I knew you wasn't lying." I think I was talking about this on another interview, and I was saying he's not the best at it, and I was explaining like his sexual ways of being. And she's like, "Yeah, he's horrible." I was like, "That's okay." And I didn't ask him to do it. I would have been fine if he was like, "Oh, I don't do that," or let's wait a little while. I didn't ask him to do that.
Hold up. What you got? Hold up. Wait a minute. Hold up. Did you just say you didn't ask him to do it?
No.
Voluntarily do it? So he wasn't voluntary asked, or he wasn't voluntary told. He was
No, who says my turn? Like, let's think about when you in a moment. Who the hell said?
Oh, Lord.
I done 10 years, like, I ain't never said my turn.
Did he tag you and say, it's your turn, tag, you're in?
Who says that? I don't know anybody that. I don't know anybody that says that. He was sitting there with his shifty eyes. He was trying to make this stuff up as he goes. And I'm like, it's not a big deal, bro. That's not even the big part of it. The big part of it was the other stuff. The finger stuff and all of that. Yeah,
hold up, baby.
Oh, yeah, I'm trying to get this other girl.
I want to know, okay, and probably some people in the audience, okay. What about the finger or the thumb situation? Can you please, elaborate, please?
He just likes that massaged, and I had on acrylics, and I was like,
hold on, no, hold on, hold up, funny buddy, hold up, baby, hold up.
He likes his bottom played with while he's getting oral.
The badonkadonk, the bookie shoe.
Yeah, and he does the same with women. Now, anybody that has actually been with him knows that. They know that.
So he likes his bookie badonkadonk to be tampered with?
Yeah, he's into that.
Okay, I know this may sound a little bit like too much because I don't want to be, I'm trying to keep this respectful. Y'all know me at the lounge. I try to say stuff in the most respectful way. But are we talking about like entry into the badonkadonk with the finger?
No, massage. My nails are. I told him. I said my nails, but he put his hand. He didn't ask me. He just pushed my hand there. It was okay. I've never had anything like that done, but okay.
Oh, so he just wanted an anal massage. Is that what it was? An anal hole massage?
Yes.
In the badonkadonk?
Yes.
But no entry.
I couldn't, but my nails, I have acrylic, but he would be okay with that. From other women, he's okay with that. I'm telling y'all, he's different. And I don't have any that it's what people are into. And if I was with somebody,
where the fuck was you at?
That would be part. But we don't.
Hold on, time out. Pause this. Max, where the fuck was you at? You missed the whole interview, everything. Where the fuck was you at? You bald-headed 6'5" motherfucker. Where the fuck was your big bald-headed ass at? Sleeping. Yeah, you're gonna be up all night now, motherfucker. I hope you don't get to sleep till 5 in the morning, because you missed everything. You big 5'7". Where the fuck was you at? And me and my wife still waiting for that date. You said, hold on. Let me put my glasses on. I can't see all this. All right. Stop on the Shango Stick Tune Day. That's funny. Umar like them far to hang off the rim like Shaq. He said like I'm hanging off the rim like Shaq. Because I was getting eaten up by mosquitoes all last night. Thank you. I'll be up there in 15 minutes. Love you.
Have any privacy with me and him.
See, you always get me in trouble. God. You always get me in trouble. Oh, wait, I was reading the comments, wasn't I? Motherfucking Tune Day. I was listening. Uncle B screaming too much for me. I didn't forget LOL. I may be on the. Oh yeah, that's what's up. I hope you get it. I hope you do, bro. Even without the date. I hope you prosper. Matt, what the fuck was you sleeping for? Because I was getting eaten up by mosquitoes all last night. What the fuck was you doing outside? I hit the wrong button.
We don't have any privacy.
Yeah, and I didn't want to be nosy, because
no, you're fine.
I do ask a lot of questions. My baby be telling me, we'll be watching TV for 5 minutes, and I already have 100 questions for him about this person, what that person did, what happened, but
he likes playing with butts. He likes, and especially he starts with he likes getting oral, and he likes playing with your butt, and then he likes playing with.
What happened, but
he likes playing with butts. He likes, and especially he starts with he likes getting oral, and he likes playing with your butt, and then he likes you playing with his.
Hold on. I want to make sure I heard that correctly.
Starts with he likes getting oral, and he likes playing with your butt, and then he likes you playing with his.
One more time.
He likes getting oral, and he likes playing with your butt, and then he likes you playing with his.
Playing with your butt Tune Day. No. Play with my butt Tune Day. That nigga like fingers in his booty. This is the interview I was looking for. Playing my butt Tune Day. He getting his 33rd vertebrae adjusted. Playing with your butt Tune Day. Yeah. Yo, I'm not gonna lie. Before I go to sleep, I like to grab on my wife's butt cheeks. I like to, squeeze on them butt cheeks. But playing with my nigga, you have lost your fucking playing with my butt Tuesday. That nigga tripping. That nigga like his booty hole played with. What the fuck am I listening to? This nigga tripping. Play with your butt Tuesday. No, it's like when my wife go to sleep, I like to rub on them booty. But no, not get mine rubbed. Ain't no straight man in the world like getting his booty cheeks, his bunghole rubbed. The fuck is you talking about?
He likes playing with butts. He likes, and especially he starts with, he likes getting oral and he likes playing with your butt. And then he likes you playing with his. That's just his thing.
So he likes to play with the boo boo shoot, the dookie shoot.
Yeah.
Massage.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
He like to play with the booger shoot. Now
she's a something from.
Now I like to play with my wife's butt cheeks. I ain't sitting here playing with her butthole. I like to rub the butt cheeks. The butt, nigga, what?
New York, the girl that was doing the interview, that she looked like, I don't know what she was looking kind of weird. She had a big old hat on and she was interviewing him. And she said something to the effect about like buying the men part toys. Did you hear that interview?
I asked him, and I if people remind me, because I always say I'm gonna drop the receipts. I asked him about toys. I asked him about all that stuff. He never responded to the toy thing. But you don't know with him. You never know.
What? I'm not gonna lie. Any straight man is gonna say, nah, fuck that. She didn't do none of that to me. He didn't answer. When she said she put a toy up there. When she said she TP for your bungalow. When she said, hold on. When she said, hold on. Let me do the Beavis and Butthead. When she said, you need TP for your bunghole? You didn't say no? You need TP for your bunghole? You didn't say no? You didn't say, bitch, what the fuck is wrong with you? First of all, when nobody asks is, where did the toy come from? Did it come from you or did it come from him? And if she is the one visiting, 9 times out of 10, that toy came from him. If she's the one visiting, 9 times out of 10, say she a whole freak. 9 times out of 10, that joint came from him.
So he liked part toys. Did you hear that interview?
I asked him, and I if people remind me, because I always say I'm gonna drop the receipts. I asked him about toys. I asked him about all that stuff. He never responded to the toy thing. But you don't know with him. You never know.
So he liked to keep
the girl. He wanted 2 girls. He wanted two women.
He wanted 2 girls to.
Yeah, he wants.
I mean, that's some men's fetishes, respectfully. So,
yeah, and which is crazy because I think this one I might have posted, but I was like, so you want like a cinnamon bun assembly line? Like he wants more. He wants double head. What is it? Or head simultaneously. So you need, I think, lesbians for that.
Not remembering. I'm calling Holio. I need DB for my bunghole.
You can't run and hide. You out of lines. The cat is out. A donor cries. That's right. The clock strikes 12. You go to jail. You all alone. Can't make bail. That's right.
Yo, these AI Jones is crazy. What's this AI app everybody getting or needed?
Umar out of luck. He really stuck. Big Bubba smiles at him. He wants his butt. That's right. Little boys cry. Umar lied. Did the community dirty. You despise donations right up. Family, the money gone. You can bob your head while I sing this song. That's right. Lene on his ass. I tell no lies, no tax returns. He won't comply. The feds are coming, you had your chance. The music stops, no more dance. That's right. Umar thought he was smart. The school was never gonna start. Don't put the horse before the cart. The FDMG scam fell apart. The FDMG scam fell apart.
All right, so I'm gonna stop it right here. We had 3 hours, 30 minutes. I gotta get up for work tomorrow. First of all, I want to thank my uncle, the Honorable Malik Muhammad, for stopping by and making. See, this is another thing. He's on all these big channels. Come on, I'm about to get. He's on all these big channels, and he, like I said, he's a part of history, and he did not have to slide through. He didn't have to do. He had no obligations to me, and I messaged him, and he was busy doing all these big channels, huge channels. He about to go on Tyson K, million subscribers. And he still stopped and said, you know what? Let me start the Remy channel and give him the interview I've been telling him to give him. He didn't have to do none of that. I would have forgave him either way, because I know he's, Huey P. Newton. He stood side by side with these brothers, and I'm just little old Remy. So for him to slide back and be like, you know what, let me go on Remy's show That means a whole lot. That I can never thank him enough for just blessing me with his presence. You know. So shout out to Uncle L Malik, and he called me his nephew. That's my aunt, y'all. I'm still little old fucking Remy. I had Terrence on here, the descendant of Frederick Douglass. I'm still little old fucking Remy. I told you motherfuckers, no matter who I have on here, I'm still gonna be little old Remy. So I appreciate him for stopping by. And the people I appreciate the most is the motherfucking chat. Y'all will always be the how do I describe this? Y'all always gonna be what makes this show lit. It's not me, just me. It's you guys who make this show lit. So I want to give a shout out to all y'all. You're a part of this show too. It's your boy, the one and only Brenda's baby, Remy L. My aunt. You were just tuned in to Rem TV. I'm gonna see y'all when I see y'all. Until then, you better be careful there, little buddy. Peace.